And we are live.
Lies and slander, sir.
No, I'm pretty sure we're live. I had to wait for a moment because I saw Cash showing off the possum sweater.
It's trashing through the snow.
Super cute.
All right. I just gotta make sure. All right. So how are all of you?
Good.
Welcome back to Shadow
Alright.
Fox.
Yay!
Yo.
Zoro will be back the next time we are on. She had to do some family stuff today. I got a message that it was something she could not get out of today. So unfortunately, she will not join us for the return here today. But the next time we play, Nyrix will be back in action. But we've got our lovable Dragonborn / Kobold
Something or other.
explosives expert coming back and joining us today, which, you know, the group is probably going to need. As the last time we had played, the group does what the group normally does and touches things they probably shouldn't, and then causes chaos, and Callie shoots lightning, and now Callie disappeared after she shot lightning out of her eye at a at a collection of 6 amber eyes that had started to move and blink in unison, and an earthquake started to tremble around the area. Juniper tried to strike it with their halberd. It actually ended up breaking the weapon. Well, not breaking the weapon, but chipping the weapon.
Okay.
And then Callie shot lightning out of her eye and then vanished.
Like you do.
Like you do. Because, you know, the scientific method, if the physical violence doesn't work, go magical. Give me one moment here because Sirenscape is...
I was gonna say I don't have anything playing.
Yeah, I'm waiting for it to actually load the page for me.
Mm.
Because for some reason it's been lagging like really bad recently. I don't know if you guys hear this.
Yep. Boost it up just a wee bit. There it is.
Nope.
Yeah.
Right,
And it's not even showing that it's playing on my
okay,
volume.
Cass, I'll take a look at it when we go on break.
Okay.
It's very ominous.
Mm-hmm.
I want to hear the ominous music.
No, you don't.
Alright.
So as Callie disappears, there's almost a brief scream of pain echoing from her around the area as that earthquake begins to pick up even more in the area, and you can see that buildings outside are starting to crumble and fall apart. The ground in certain areas giving way and caving in on itself, giving you the idea that it's not safe to stay in this town. Whatever is happening, it looks like the town is collapsing in on itself.
I believe.
Do I notice is Callie and is she still there? Or she disappeared completely.
Callie's gone.
Is there an object left behind or
Nope.
anything?
Yeah. I think
Maybe
we were
maybe a
on
little
our way
poof,
out.
maybe a little poof of like a feather or something, but nothing.
Grab feather.
Nothing.
run.
Yeah, nothing too much of Callie is left.
Callie, Sarah's just screaming out her name. Any response?
At this point, I'm just grabbing Sarah by the shoulders. I think we should go.
You go. I'll hang around. Go. I can get out fast. Go.
Okay. And with that, she turns to Juniper and is like, that way.
And
Like-
we run.
And as you begin to run out of the cart and leave the city, you can see that the back part of this outpost has already started to cave in, and the ground is slowly losing stability as it's beginning to like move closer towards the cart itself.
Okay, I'm gonna transform into a falcon and just fly in the area, and I'm just looking and trying to see Callie because I don't know what happened, so I'm panicking and just trying to keep eyes on what's going on in this area. Unless I feel some sort of pull, then I'll fly out of range.
Try as you might, you do not see any hint of Callie. There is just no sign of her.
Okay. So I'm just watching the earthquake and I'll just wait. I'm gonna stay in the area and just watch as everything settles, if it settles, or what happens. Because I don't know what's happening, so I don't want to leave. I just want to. I'll wait until something stops.
Okay, so as you're flying around and scanning, you're seeing more and more of the city collapsing, and below it is just this deep black pit. But every now and then you capture like a sight of like this like an inky black tendril kind of whipping up and slamming into the side of the pit walls before pulling back down into the shadows. And while this is happening, you notice that the cluster of those amber eyes begins to lift up out of the cart as the cart falls down into the pit as well. And it begins to just like hover like a central location over the pit. All the eyes seemingly locked on you.
There's eyes. I thought you said there was no object. Is the cart?
No, the cart has now fallen in, and the cluster of eyes that was in the cart that had started all of this when Reiju put the sixth one with the collection of 5 are now floating in like a 6 cluster, like over like central wise over the pit.
Okay. I'll fly a little closer to that. What are you? What'd you do with Callie?
As you're screaming at this in bird form?
Yeah.
Okay. So the eyes are there and this bird is just squawking at it, and the eyes are just staring at you.
Okay. Has everything settled?
No.
And stopped?
Like the earthquake is actually
Okay.
getting worse as the entirety of the town is now just sunken into this large pit. And you can see more of those tendrils like reaching up and slamming into the side walls, but not really making any sort of progress trying to get out.
Tendrils
Tendrils,
coming
yes.
out of the pit?
Yeah.
Do they look like they're from a live creature, or does it look more like vines? Or
No, this looks
shadow.
They look just like black and ink covered.
Not good.
Do they look like with the creature that we defeated before with the caster? Does that look like those type of?
Where you're at, you technically can't see this. The only reason why Syra can see it is she's pretty much flying up above the pit at the moment.
Okay.
Trying to
As
make a
we get to
decision
the
here.
Skiff tries to see if using it would actually even benefit us.
Yeah.
The skiff is safe because the skiff was parked outside of the gates, so
Right.
it's technically in like a goofy lot at the moment, so it's fine. It seems like the pit has stopped forming along the inside perimeter of the wall.
Okay. Once she's on it and Juniper is also on it, we're gonna do basically a strafe around the wall, trying to keep an eye on Syra up above so that they can see us, and just wait while drifting, basically. case we need to hightail it out there.
Okay.
We know we need to go. What was it, southwest or southeast? Or it was a direction towards the camp.
The camp and the border, yeah.
Yeah. So
It was southeast.
Southeast. Yeah, so she'll try and keep it on that side of the town walls, but in case we need to book it, we're ready.
Okay.
I call out to her.
Syra?
Yes, call out to Syra. You know, and tell her that
Go ahead.
As
You could tell me
Alright.
through the rings too, even though Syra never
Oh.
remembers them. You might remember it. It's just on one of my little talons.
Always forgets about the ring.
I guess I use the ring and I'm like, are everything okay? Like, what's going on?
Of course, she can't speak to us with that going on.
All right.
I love it when people try to talk to Syra through the ring when she's in animal form.
She hears you, but she can't respond.
She's responding. She's just not responding in the right language.
Rah!
You see my ears like kind of a little twitch thing down. I'm like, oh gosh, okay.
Yeah. Oh boy.
I
Callian? It's through the ring.
Nothing.
Ah, shit.
Syra's struggling with the decision to touch the object, the eyes, and just not leave Callie alone with what happened. But she's not sure if she's just dead. She doesn't want to kill herself either.
We saw
So
a magic
Syra's
weapon break on it.
like fluttering and
Yeah.
circling this area, just like tormenting herself with this decision.
all right. I know. I think that we need to get out of here. Like I'm in the I think we need to get out of here. Like for your safety too.
And around everyone sees it with Syra. You have a sky view of this as this small black circle begins to form around the perimeter of the outpost, and it slowly begins to form up in this solid black dome.
Better get out of there.
Come on. No. Here.
Please.
I'm gonna roll, see what she does.
Oh boy. Here we go.
Okay, so evens. So I guess evens will be I'm gonna touch it, and odds will be I'm book it.
Okay.
Please don't kill Syra. Please don't kill Syra.
You're saying please don't kill Syra, and I have no hand in this.
Please don't kill her. All right, so based on what I rolled, Syra is going to flutter her wings and look out at the skiff and kind of fly up and then dive down and grab the eye thing in her talons.
Okay.
Oh boy.
So
Oh no.
what those of you outside the forming dome see is Syra climb up, dive down, and then talons outstretched grab hold of the eye and just get rocketed away. Syra, I need a Constitution saving throw from you.
Please don't say this is her death. That would be really shitty way to die, Syra. Why'd you do this to yourself?
Right as Nerix is about to come back the next time.
Oh.
Okay, that is a...
So about your sister.
I have the card.
You do have the card.
True. It's true.
At least you got that sweet buffer of Hawk HP. They have what, 1 HP?
I think they've got like 5.
Yeah, exactly, that super awesome buffer. All right, so that's going to be a 12.
Okay. So as you are rocketed away,
It's not below a 10, at least. Sorry, guys.
You're going to take 27 points of psychic damage.
Oh, okay. I'm still fine. Oh wait, and what did my hawk give me? Like nothing. I should have done giant eagle. I didn't do giant eagle.
That carries over.
I'm gonna say it was 1 HP.
Okay.
That saved me from.
So you're going to take 26 points of psychic damage as you're rocketed away, knocked out of the bird form.
Yep.
And you begin to like plummet down towards the sand.
How far? It's towards sand, so it's a different area.
Yeah, you're like pretty much pushed out of the proximity of the town, out of the outpost border.
Oh, so I didn't get transported somewhere.
No,
I just
you
got
just
shoved.
Yeah, you pretty much touched it and it was like no, and just like ejected you out.
We heard.
Yeah. All right.
As those of you who see Syra grab onto it, there's just a poof of feathers before Syra's body gets rocketed out of the perimeter of the town itself.
Okay, and I'm about to hit the sand.
You're about to hit the sand, and you're about at this point in time you're about 60 feet up.
Okay, that probably would hurt a lot. I would have knowledge of that. I think that would hurt a lot, right?
That would hurt.
Yeah.
That is 66 incoming damage.
Okay, then 66.
Yeah, because it's a d6 per 10 feet.
And also broken bones.
Just take it, but I keep my wild shapes. Oh, I get an extra wild shape though because of that item. Okay, so I'll just use another wild shape because I've got 3, so I don't mind using 2.
Okay, so what are you wild shaping into?
I'll a giant
Please say
eagle this
goldfish.
time.
Another bird.
A goldfish. Middle of the desert goldfish.
See how that works. Key fish. No, I'm gonna do a giant eagle this time.
Okay. Can I get a dexterity saving throw from the giant eagle?
Okay.
Seeing as how like you're pretty much falling at this moment, so you transform and you're trying to stabilize yourself.
Okay. There's my giant eagle. Okay. Dex, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. 17?
17. Oh, that's perfect. Okay, so you tumble through the air as you transform into you use your wild shape, transforming into an eagle, and you're able to stabilize yourself about 20 feet off of the ground before impact.
Okay.
But as you stabilize yourself, you see the dome fully solidify over the outpost.
You hear just a much louder, angry, like, "Caw!" like from giant eagle Syra. She flutters around, rights herself, and then flies over by the skiff and will land heavily on the skiff, folding her wings.
Are you okay?
Eagle nod.
Eagle nod.
I think it's. I think we're on our way out of now. She starts heading out. Like I don't know what the fuck to do with that.
So while this is going on, Syra lands down into the lands onto the skiff. Snit.
Yes, sir.
You begin your descent down from the sky, seeing this giant dome forming, and Syra being like rocketed out just before turning into an eagle, as you are up in your dragonfly at the moment, having previously been given the location where everybody was staying the previous day. Now, before we get into what you're doing up there, you had about a week's worth of time to do things back at the
I think you said something like a week and a couple days.
It's like a week and a day or something like that. It wasn't a lot of time.
So how many? Let's just quantify in days. How many days?
Let's say about 8. About 8 days.
8 days. I'd be working on some proficiencies. But I also have a question because I'm reading one of the artificer abilities or that you just get, one of the class features at level 6. It says it's tool expertise. Starting at 6th level, your proficiency bonus is doubled for any ability check you make that uses your proficiency with a tool.
That is correct.
So in my mind, what that means is anytime you use a tool that you're proficient with, you're basically rolling expertise.
Pretty much, yeah.
So would getting expertise in a tool proficiency stack with that?
I would assume so. Seeing as how there's nothing in the book that says that it doesn't stack with it, that there's no stacking with expertise, I would assume that that score that you have would just increase again.
Interesting.
It would be mastery instead of
Yeah.
expertise.
You would technically have mastery over whatever you're doing at that point in time.
Good to know. Okay, so let's see here. Then I think I want to start working on expertise towards smith tools.
Towards smith tools, okay.
Yeah. So if I could roll for those 8 days, just tell me how many d6s to roll for that clock.
For those 8 days, are you dedicating a full 8 hours to this?
Yeah, if
Okay.
not more.
Okay, so if you're going to dedicate a full 8 hours to it, this will take up like all of your actions for like that day.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so for 8 hours, I'll say 3d6 for each day.
Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna use a dice roller, a digital dice roller, because that's a lot of fucking dice.
That is a lot of dice. Actually, no, don't roll it. Don't roll like that, because I need to know what each one is, because each roll, like each coin on the dice, is a different success.
I see. Hold on. Let me open up a. Okay. Skill. Expertise clock. And what is the clock for that? 72, you said?
Well, first you have to. Do you have proficiency in it already?
Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah. So technically, that is 72 for proficiency, or for expertise.
Okay. So first day is going to be a 5, a 4, and a 4.
Okay, so that is going to be 3 successes, 2 successes, 2 successes. So you have 7 right there. So 7 taken off of that, or 7 ticks on your clock, I should say, not successes.
All right, a 6, and a 2.
7 again.
Okay, a 3, a 3, and a 6.
3 and a 3 and a 6 is 7 again.
Getting that nice average.
I'm good with it.
Consistency.
You know what? Switching the d6s. Let's see if we can keep this going. A 6, a 5, and a 3.
6, a 5, and a 3. 8 successes that time. Having to do math in my head and it's hurting.
We're at 4 days. A 4, a 3, and a 5.
A 4, a 3, and a 5 is 7 again.
6, a 5, and a 1.
6, a 5, and a 1 is 7 again.
Five, 5, and 6.
5, 5, and 6 is 9.
Why can I not get this for damage rolls?
Because you're the tech nerd of the group. You don't do damage.
You want to run that by me again?
out of compared to other people?
We'll work on that. 1, a 4, and a 3.
1, 4, and a 3 is going to be 5.
Okay. So that's all 8 days. 35, 40, 48, 57.
All right. So you have 57 ticks out of a 72 tick clock in order to get expertise in those blacksmith tools.
Okay, and then every day when I go back to the workshop, I'm going to dump all my spell slots
I'm
into the workshop.
Not going to allow that. I'm not gonna. I'm
What?
not.
Why?
Because technically, the dumping of the workshop is supposed to be when you guys are, actually traveling. It's to use the spare spell slots. It's going to be a bit OP for being able to dump a full
I would say that's a
8 days of
team
spell
dynamic.
slots into there.
I've got 200 spell slots to go for the next tier.
No, you were
200.
That is the consequences of not being here. Players have to have some consequences. You can't get all the sugar.
I like sugar though. Give me more sugar.
There's a line there for me, but I can't say it.
Ha.
I support GM's decision. As a DM, I would have done the same.
Look, I let you guys get away with some OP stuff like all
really
the time.
do.
So
You're far more
no,
generous.
you
As
really,
my
you
players
really
can attest
do.
to, you are far more generous than me already.
So, after nerding out for 8 days and increasing your skills with the blacksmithing tools, you are now over the location of a very disturbing looking black dome. Not able to see inside of it. It just looks to just be this black ink like creation, now covering a hole with like those black tendrils and the amber eyes floating over it. Though you do see two of your companions on the skiff, along with a stranger, but no sign of Callie anywhere.
Interesting.
Now, a question: does Snit remember that he has the ring?
Oh yeah.
I would hope
Okay.
so. You've all been talking to both Snit and Nirix through the rings, or at least Syra has. Been giving people updates on where they're at.
Oh no, Syra has not been doing it via the ring. We have established this.
Ira always forgets the ring is there for the most
Reiju
part.
does it. Reiju does it, but vaguely.
But Syra, I did establish that she's been sending birds. But the
Oh,
birds have
that's
just
right.
been basically saying like, "Hey, we're here now. Hey, we met this person. Hey, we're over heading this direction. Hey, something weird happened and we were in space for a while. Long story. It's been really like bare bones from Syra's birds.
I love that. Things have been. It's like we went to space. Things have been weird for a while, but we're good. We're back now.
Water exists.
Yeah.
There's an ocean. So it's like, the fuck's an ocean?
That was pretty much Callie's response, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, those are in fairy tales, man. You're lying.
Yeah. Syra has not been able to send a bird about that visual. There's just too much to say. She's gonna save that for later to describe.
Well, Snit will get over the ring. What the fuck's happening, guys?
Bad times. Bad times. Wait, are you able to? Wait, where are you?
In the air. Where else?
Show off. If you can see us, come on down. And we're heading southeast.
Do you need me to try to do something about that dome first?
What could we possibly do against that thing?
Gah!
Yes,
Tara-
Sarah?
gonna
I can't
fly up.
understand you when you're like that.
Gah! She's gonna fly and meet you in the air and kind of just fly around you.
It's a good thing these things don't have engines.
I'm gonna point to my big ass rifle and then point to the dome.
You see an eagle's version of a shrug. She takes her wings and goes, and then flies.
Worth a shot.
Ah.
We tried smashing the item that was creating it, and the weapon chipped. Magic weapon chipped.
Sarah pantomimes in the air using her claws and grabbing something, and then pantomimes like being flung back. like she lets her wings go still and like falls back. Like
Again, I'm happy these things don't have engines, because I just like see her pantomiming just
Bird strike.
bird into the engine.
Tower, I'd like to report a bird strike. Okay, well, Sid's gonna figure worth a shot, and he's going to get in a seated position in the coach fly, load up the force ammo from the celestial ammo box. I want to make sure that I'm shooting a part of the dome that's opposite of where Reiju.
Okay, so opposite of where the skiff is at.
Yeah,
Perfect.
because I haven't gotten to try these things yet.
Oh, that's right, you haven't.
Nope. I'm tempted to load up the calamity ammo, but friends are nearby. So,
If the first one doesn't work, we give you permission.
I'm not sure you want to do that.
Probably leave the
Ro-
area.
Rojan called this ammo calamity ammo.
I did.
Yeah, and we don't know if that's Hammer Industries or Stark Industries.
Either way, bad news. Just Industries does what it was designed to do. Hammer Industries does more or worse than it was designed to do.
Did they pack enough gunpowder into it, or was there just none in it at all? Did you get an empty shell?
Oops. Okay, so I'm gonna do a sharpshooter shot on it.
All right, give me a roll. It doesn't even have to be high. It's a giant freaking dome.
Yeah, I mean, I figured it did.
As long
broadside of a
as
barn.
as long as you don't roll a 1, you're fine.
Yeah, so that's gonna be a 14.
Okay, so you line up and you just fire off a force round into it, and you see it like impact the dome, and like ripples sort of just shoot out around it, as then they stop and they begin to reverse and meet up in that point of impact as this black beam just shoots out towards the coach fly.
I'm gonna try to dodge.
Does a 16 hit the coach fly?
It does.
It does hit the coach fly. It's going to take 33 points of damage.
Well, damn.
It's
It's a little over half.
As you just see like a large like chunk of the coach fly just carved off by this beam.
Ah, shit.
Alarmed eagle sounds.
Well, it's a good thing you didn't fire the calamity round at it.
You're now getting a bit of resistance from the coach fly as you're having to fight keeping it stable in the air.
Oh, I'm gonna take it down.
I'll fly parallel to him, like with my talons out, ready to grab it if I need to help stabilize it.
Okay. You're able to set it down. It's a bit of a rough landing, but it's still functional.
I'll jump out, get whatever stuff out, get Scrappy out, and hit the auto return button.
And you see it
need repairs.
You see it kind of like fly off and like it's fighting with itself, it's like wobbling. It's like smoke is coming out of like one of the sides, like one of the wings is just like completely obliterated.
I'm thinking of one of those cartoon bugs that just got hit with the swatter and it's like,
Yeah. It's like the original Star Fox when you had to fight with it when one of your wings got blown off.
get jumbled around.
Yeah.
I need to play that game again.
Eagle wings, like you get just bashed into by a big eagle as she like flies to the ground and then does eagle hops over to you and wraps you in her wings and squeezes.
Hi,
Pecks at you lovingly.
What the hell have you guys gotten yourselves into?
She's really sad, eagle face, and just kind of starts hopping sadly in the direction of the skiff.
Skiff starts rolling up.
I'll just start walking with her and reach up and scritch behind the beak line.
Sad.
Scrappy's also kind of jumping around you.
All aboard! This
Who's
Reju's like
Scrappy?
pulling around.
Who or what is Scrappy?
Scrappy is Snit's
My steel defender.
mechanical dog.
Adorable. Okay.
Mechanical lizard dog. And at that point, Reju pulls up. It's like, hey, it's good to see you again.
Snit will walk up to Reiju and hug her really long.
Okay. Steering at the same time.
Oh, I thought you'd stopped.
No, she doesn't stop. She wants to keep moving because of this thing. It's like, hop on. Right. Gets hugged. Like, oh, God. So, a mistake was made after a good thing was done.
Uh-huh.
Town was a ghost town before we arrived, but we didn't find out until after we defeated the thing that made it a ghost town. Found a amber eye. Found 5 more in a box. I put the box and the amber into the box, and then this started forming. I thought the box would just seal it closed and just call it done, but apparently that was the last puzzle piece for whatever the hell this thing is.
Okay, so can't touch things. Can't put things together. There are too many things that have too many rules out here.
Yeah, it's weird. And it's only getting stranger. Oh, we met Bernard again. He's apparently going psycho against the puppet master right now.
Well, to be perfectly honest, better him than us.
Callian tried to shoot the yellow amber
yeah.
eyes with her lightning magic out of her eye, and she disappeared, which is concerning. I still have a feather of her. I don't know if she's dead or just transported somewhere. I don't know. But Syra tried to pick it up and move it, and she got blasted out.
While Ray is saying this, I reach out my hand, indicating I'd like to see the feather.
Hands over Callian feather. It's one of the small ones from her cheek, I guess.
Does it look any different than what I would expect?
No, it just looks like it was a one of like her little arm feathers, not the phoenix feathers, but just one of her basic like Hargraven feathers, just kind of just like poofed off when she vanished.
And this is Juniper, by the way. She is a hunter of sorts, and she is currently looking for her brother, who is kind of like you, I guess, from what I've seen.
Snit notices the new person and walks up to her. How tall are you?
How tall am I?
You don't have to be super specific.
No, but it's like I am the shortest as a heron could be. Corey, what did we decide?
Like
Like
5 foot
4'11".
something.
Maybe 5 feet.
Like 4'11", 5 feet.
Okay, so I'm
I'm gonna
probably
say
a,
5 feet.
probably a decent amount taller than you, which is not how I designed this character. Damn it.
I'm not used to being the tall one.
Do I notice the look that you're giving, Juniper?
So there's a kind of hard look, and then there's a lot of sniffing around her.
She's not food.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Syra bashes you with her wing.
I'm not
What?
food.
Ah.
Right now, Syra's actions are just reminding me of Eagly from Peacemaker.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
The mouth is just ever so slightly open, and there's like, I know Dragonborn have all sharp teeth, but about where their canines would be in comparison to ours, just like,
Can I hit them? Because
I tell you what,
Yeah,
Juniper.
Eagle
I
nod.
hit him.
I couldn't hear. Sorry,
I can hit him.
but it's more satisfying if I do.
No, trust me. Hey, Snit. You know those cooked meals I make?
fuck.
Exactly. Not food. And she continues driving.
Syra's gonna pop out of eagle form. Begrudgingly, because she loves staying in her animal forms. She tries to stay in them as long as possible when she transforms, but she got shit to do. I'm not high enough level to cast spells from form yet. So she'll pop out, and also when she transforms, all her shit transforms with her. So she reaches into her bag and pulls out the mirror. And Rachel, can we stop for a second?
Yeah, I think now's a good enough time for displacement from that orb. Okay, go. And she's, yeah.
Callie. I take out the scrying mirror and try to have it lock on to Callie.
You throw up the mirror, and it just kind of has trouble staying together at the moment as it just falls to like the flat of the skiff.
What am I supposed to make of that? Come on.
I don't think we're far enough away.
It's just not fair.
We can wait. We can wait and do it again later. For now, let's just go. And
Yeah.
But what if she's still in there?
I'd rather not think about it at the moment. I already feel bad enough for releasing that shit.
How far away are we right now from it, Rojan?
You guys aren't that far from it.
Okay, good. I don't want to be yet.
You've maybe cleared about 60 feet from like the base of the dome.
Okay. I think that it's just affecting the mirror. We'll go a little bit farther, so that way we're out of that area. We'll try again. But we won't go too far, so if Callie is there, we can just go back.
Syra, who has Callie's feather right now?
Here, let me try something. I'm going to throw up Detect Magic. Does the spell work?
Detect Magic does work, yes.
Well, that worked.
I don't want to think about what the mirror means. Who has the feather?
I do. I was going to try to cast Identify on it to see if there's anything to be gleaned, but I don't expect there is.
I smell it. Does it smell like Callie?
It's definitely Callie's feather.
I'm gonna borrow it for a second, okay?
Okay.
And
Let
I
me
take
know when
out.
you're done.
Will do. I take out some fur from a bloodhound, and she just starts chanting in Druidic, and I'm gonna cast locate creature, and I can, as long as the creature is within 1,000 feet, then I'll put this spell in roll 20 for you, in case you need to see it. But so yeah, I'm casting that. And do I get a sense of what direction she might be in, or if she's in 1,000 feet of us?
Let me see.
A
You get
detail-
no sense whatsoever.
No sense whatsoever.
No sense whatsoever.
Would she be able
Even
to
if it's
tell...
been transformed to something else, like
Yeah,
a polymorph. Okay.
This is like, it's not picking up any sort of sense of Callie
Okay.
within 1,000 feet.
I sigh and hand the feather back. It didn't work. I was trying to locate her through different means. No pings.
I hesitate to ask. Should we approach the orb of icky darkness?
I don't know. He shot at it and it bit back.
But what if you just ease into it?
Maybe? I mean, I've seen... Does it look like a normal darkness spell, just in like
No.
a dome form?
No,
it looks
like
like inky black.
yeah,
metal stuff.
it looks like when Snitch shot it, and it gave out those ripples. It looks like the same black liquid that the tentacles themselves were made of.
Does it look kind of
I like that description, by the way.
I can try something to the dome. I don't know if it'll work, but...
So can I, honestly. And I'm fairly certain this won't hurt me as much when I do it.
I think it's worth a shot.
Famous
You need to
last
try
words.
anything.
Famous last
Alright.
words.
Wait. Are we going back to the dome?
Reiju is starting to walk towards the dome.
Yep. So is Cyrus.
Let me try something first.
You already
Let's try
shot
some
at it.
Let's try some information gathering first before we
That-
use more brute force.
Let's
That's
apply
what
the
I'm doing.
scientific method, please.
That's what I'm doing.
Okay. I can try to dispel it if you think that might be a good idea, but it's a very powerful spell of mine, and I can only try it once.
I'm just gonna do this. And she starts getting close to the wall itself. Does it look like it's still growing out, or does it like
there is no wall anymore, as the dome has pretty much covered everything.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Oh,
Like a
just the
wall of inky
outside,
blackness.
the outside of the dome.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like it's growing. It looks like it just has located itself specifically over that hole.
Can we throw a rock through it gently?
She's just gonna put her left hand into it. Like just
He just said to
Touches
try
it?
scientific
Okay.
method. You're not listening
Okay.
to him.
Scientific.
touches it. Touches it.
Give me
I
a second.
literally have detect magic up. I can focus on this and find schools of magic.
Stop touching shit, man.
Since you
Yeah.
have,
Do they-
since you
As
have,
you reach out, Cyrus is gonna grab your hand and be like, "Let's try this
hold on.
way."
Since you have detect magic up, and you
Yes.
can definitely look at the door. The door.
We're not gonna let
I'm-
Reiju
I'm-
detect
I'm-
it anymore.
I'm using my actions to focus in on it. I want to find information about this.
Okay, give me a
Look at
second because I need to look this up.
If we ever wonder what causes this group so much strife, it's saying, I'm going to do a thing instead of telling the group what we're going to do.
I did tell the group what I was doing.
You didn't.
I did. I
No.
said I was gonna go touch it.
That's not telling the group what you're going to do. You said you were going to find information, not that you were going to touch
You
it.
didn't say you were gonna touch it. That's the
That's the
trigger
way to
words
find
for us with you. I'm gonna touch it. No, Reiju, no.
Oh, person.
Resist. Ah.
Fuck.
Can I find a stick and just like poke it?
We're waiting.
I'm gonna use this time to look for a stick.
There's no stick anywhere.
Aw.
It's just sand everywhere.
Throw pocket sand everywhere.
Sand.
Yeah,
Oh god, if it comes back and just pocket Santa's back.
So you're
mean,
you're catching two different schools of magic working in tandem here on this orb.
Okay.
It's evocation and enchantment.
Okay. And I'll try to focus in as much as I can. Is that all I can get?
Bring up detect magic. I want to see exactly what it gives you about it.
Yeah, there's like 3 stages to the damn thing.
Pasting it.
For the duration, you sense the presence of magic within 30 feet of you. You can sense magic in this way. If you sense magic in this way, you can use your action to see a faint aura around the visible creature or object in the area that bears the magic. And you learn its school of magic, if any. The spell can penetrate most barriers, but it's blocked by 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, or a thin sheet of lead. Blah blah blah. Yeah. So all you learn is its schools of magic, which is enchantment and evocation.
Okay. I don't know if no.
Do you share that information with us?
I do.
Okay. Sarah's gonna saddle up next to you, keeping a wary eye on Reiju, because as she's like, looks like she might be getting touchy.
I'm not touching it. I'm not touching it.
Reiju
I
is
don't-
literally the DD from Dexter's Lab.
Yeah.
So before I cast this, I need a DM ruling on whether or not Snit actually thinks this would apply, because the description of the spell
Which spell is
says
it?
it says that it has to be an object and that you must touch it. It's identify. You choose one object that you must touch throughout the casting of the spell if it is a magic item. But this isn't an object.
This is not an
Okay.
object. No, this is
Okay.
a dome. So technically, it's a spell.
Right.
Sarah's gonna say, I can try to dispel this magic. But there's 2 different schools, so probably I probably have to target both. If it works, if it even works at all. But I can make an attempt.
Yeah.
Shall I? I'll target the
I'd say
evocation
give it a
first.
try.
The
Okay.
evocation first, right? Because that's the boom boom, ow ow one.
Possibly. Can I do an Arcana check to see which might be the more useful one to target in this case? I mean, I understand that.
Go ahead and give me
magic is-
go ahead and give me an Arcana check at disadvantage, because this is like something brand new to you.
Yeah, I completely understand. Okay, not horrible, but 13.
13. You can't really discern which one would be the more important one, though. When you did look at it, it wasn't that there were 2 spells working together. It was just one spell that was using 2 different schools.
To answer your question, I don't know which would be, but I don't think it matters because it's just one spell effect.
Well, we'll give it a shot. I'll try to focus in on that one effect, just in case this is something I have to deal with both of those. But if both of them end up being targeted by my spell, that's great.
Yeah.
Or it just might not
Go
work
for
at
it.
all. We'll see. Everyone back up. And you see Sire closes her eyes and reaches her hand out and starts backing up,
I'm
kind of feeling the tether of the magic. She can do this from about 120 feet away, so you see her kind of back up about 100 feet and then stop.
so
I take Reiju. It's like, let's go.
I'm going to be near Syra, ready to grab her and bolt
Okay.
if something starts coming.
So pretty much like the hand is just resting on the shoulder.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to move her if something starts coming our way.
Okay.
And I tell the rest of the group, go further back if you want. But I gotta be at least this close. But she's 100 feet back. And I'm going to cast, I could do 4th or 5th level. I'd rather hold on to my 5th. I could do 3rd too, but I feel like this is gonna be powerful magic. So I'm gonna cast Dispel Magic at 4th level.
All right, bring up Dispel Magic for me.
Yep. The dome. And if I feel like I have to make a decision on schools, if I get a choice, I'm choosing evocation first.
You don't have to make a choice, as
Okay.
this dispels a spell, not a specific school.
Okay.
So, go ahead and give me a DC roll.
Oh shit, that means it's higher than 4th.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
it is most definitely higher than 4th.
Damn it. Which
Roll
dice?
high.
Which
I wish
dice?
I had guidance.
Can you guide us? I don't think you can
You can't guidance
us.
it. No.
I wish I had
I
guidance.
wish. Oh, right. Guidance.
Oh, I do.
I don't think
But
it works.
oh,
for
You
the-
can't
no.
you can't guidance dispel magic.
Really want this to work, so which dice do I trust? I don't trust any of them. They're all betrayers.
They're all Gaius.
Okay.
Yeah, it only
Where's
applies to
Pinky?
ability checks.
Pinky usually is pretty good. Okay. Come on. Oh, beautiful, beautiful number. I got an 18 on the die.
An 18. So you focus, and you.
Doesn't spell modifier go on that?
Oh yeah, DC.
Yeah.
Well, is it me that rolls or is it you?
It's your
that
spell
rolls?
modifier plus 2d20.
As it says,
I don't think I roll, sadly.
for each spell 4th level or higher, the target must make an ability check using the spellcaster's ability. So whatever your ability modifier is.
Oh,
Don't we
wait.
have to do that roll?
It's an ability check?
It's an ability modifier.
No,
So-
the check.
Yeah, the check.
Yeah,
So
it is, but that's part of the spell
yeah, it's
that was
not.
cast, so
So
you can't
for
guidance it
for
after.
Syra, it would be adding your wisdom modifier to it.
Okay, and the DC is just 10 plus the spell's level. So
10 plus the
your
spell's level.
Your spell's level.
So-
Now I'm understanding.
yeah.
So 50 of my spell. Okay, so I'm gonna add my spell attack modifier. that right?
Wisdom modifier.
Yeah, your wisdom,
Wisdom
modifier.
Oh, just the wisdom
Just
modifier.
it's because you're using your spellcasting ability.
Oh, I see. Okay. I think that's a 4. Let's see. Real quick. Yeah, 4 plus 4. So 18, 19, 20, 21, 22.
So you focus in, and you begin to see it be the dome sort of open up at a central point and begin to pull away. And as soon as like the eyes are visible, they kind of look right to that point, and they all blink, and it's just shuttered. It closed once again.
Damn it.
You think you could do that again?
I can try.
Snit?
Yeah.
I don't think any rules change once something goes in.
It's like it's trying to protect itself, right?
Mm-hmm. And if it tries to close up again when something high velocity goes in,
Like,
would it not just ricochet inside a lot?
Either that or we could all run in. I don't know how brilliant an idea that is, but
Well, you
I
do
can-
know there's
I
a
can-
giant pit underneath, or a giant pit like
Oh,
right
I
there.
described the pit I saw and all the shadow tendrils.
Yeah.
So never mind.
I mean, if you want to jump in the hole, I mean, go right ahead. You're gonna have to roll new characters. This is gonna be a very short session.
yeah, I can open it and maybe we could try to attack it. I don't know if that's even the wise thing to do, but
I mean, if you open it and then he shoots it, could do something. Worst case scenario, it pops it back out and shoots one of us.
So if we're going to take a shot at this, I want it to be a good shot. But basically, you're suggesting she try it again, and if it opens again, shoot inside and hope that it ricochets around in there for a while. It's not a bad idea.
It's not my worst decision today.
But you haven't really seen anything technically ricochet with it. Like any shots ricochet. You've seen one hit the dome and then a burst was fired back at you from the point of impact.
Right. It wasn't actually the bullet.
No, it wasn't.
Oh.
Like the bullet hit the dome and then the dome took the force of that bullet and threw it back at you.
Okay,
That's kind of what happened to me. I tried to touch the eye thing with my talons to grab it, and when I tried to grab it, my mind hurt really bad, and it basically chucked me away.
This enemy is infuriating.
But when Callie hit it with electricity, she just disappeared.
Did she hit the dome?
No, she hit
No,
the eyes when they were
the
first
eyes.
forming.
But I hit the eyes too with my talons, and I got thrown.
And
So,
she just
but I was using, that would have been like a force thing, right? Like with my talons, that was like attacking, and maybe what if it's flinging this, what you get put at it back at you? What if she got disintegrated? What if she electrocuted it and then
Let's not
electrocuted
think
herself?
about it. Let's not think about it. Let's just, I think the original plan of just getting further away might be for the best for now.
Oh, we can't leave her.
We're not. We are trying
No.
to find her, yes?
We have some friends back at... And he's going to look over at Juniper. Back home, who are good researchers.
Oh, she already knows about that place.
And he's just going to face palm.
We also need to stop her brother, though. We don't have a ton of time to waste on any of these actions. We can't exactly just go back to the... Like, I know that you've been in your workshops and we let you have your time, but we're actually... We gotta keep moving. Like, there's a lot of stuff going on, and her brother could be in real danger, and Callie's missing, and what if the longer we take, the worse it's gonna get for them, and I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, I'm with you, Syra. The longer we take, the worse I can only imagine everything's going to get. But also, right now, running headlong into things is also very much apparently not helping.
Okay. Hey! She yells at the dome. Thing, let our friend go. What do you want? Why are you doing this?
I actually didn't think of that.
And the dome just sits there.
Fucking... She starts cursing in common, and then it changes to infernal, and then it switches to weird druidic, primal sounding grunts.
And we're just gonna keep driving then, and she just gets back in the driver's seat.
Was Neric staying back at the floating fortress?
Neric stayed back, having to take care of something before joining up with the rest of the group.
So since she's there already, Snit will get on the ring and send a message about this scenario and ask her to get the librarian or whomever to start looking into this as soon as possible, top priority, like what this thing is. And yeah, hopefully something comes of it. I don't know.
We can also talk to the my dad's people, like what Nerix is a part of, their group. We're heading over to their headquarters right now, because that's where her brother was last seen. So with some of them, so maybe since this is sort of in their area, their neighborhood, if you will, maybe they'll know something about it.
We can only hope.
Talk to the order.
Where's that feather?
Oh, here.
I'm gonna sit my ass down on the skiff and start ritualistically casting Identify. Just see if something comes up, some information.
Okay. So you ritualistically cast Identify. It's a feather.
Gotcha. Worth a shot.
I wish you could identify that thing. The eyes. But we'd probably have to get inside the dome and fly over there.
Yeah, I identify. You have to actually touch the thing, and I think that thing doesn't like being touched.
It really didn't. It didn't like that. Although I didn't try touching it, I did try just attacking it, or trying to grab it. I don't know if that's a difference, but
Well,
just
I'm out of ideas.
yeah. Reiju, I guess we'll just head in the direction of the order that we were heading in before we stopped here.
Yeah, we'll go until sundown, and then you can try the mirror again.
Okay.
And she just takes off.
Mark. Oh, you did mark it on your map already. Okay.
Yeah, it's already on the map. Just when she's one-handing, she pulls out the scroll, unrolls it while holding the wheel, and just near that town, she just says, "Circle, Cali ? Icky blank ink." Rolls it back up, puts it back in her pocket.
Sorry, I was gonna just talk into the ring. Callie, I don't know if you can hear us, or maybe you just can't answer us right now, but if you can hear us, just know we tried everything, and we're kind of out of ideas. There's a dome and a pit, and you disappeared, and the eyeball thing really doesn't like being touched, and actually we tried a bunch of different magic and nothing's working, and force and nothing's working, but we're not giving up. We're gonna go to the order, and since that we were heading to, and see if they have information. Snit's back, and so we've got his brain on the problem too, and he sent a message to the library, and just hang in there, okay? Wherever you are, be strong.
And as you're saying this, as you're getting closer away, you hear your voice echoing behind you. As
In
the
the
dome is now pretty much projecting your voice.
What the hell?
Oh, she's in there.
What the? Is it mocking us right now?
No.
Two giant, like, inky black middle fingers come out of the dome.
She's definitely in there. I think some of the magic of the ring and that inky wall are fused.
Did she become the inky wall?
I really hope not.
Callie Wall? Why don't you just let us in?
Are you still talking into the
Yeah.
Callie Wall? Let us in. Let me in. Just kidding.
So Juniper is sitting there, and like I have the fate card, and I'm really debating on using it because
You know, if we can stop that from coming back out, I almost want to just say, yeah, go for it.
It's your choice. Is there a time limit on that magic that you have?
I don't know.
Well, we could always see if the order knows anything, or see if we hear back from the library, and then
Question.
as a last resort.
Actually, more of a statement, really. If you're saying that something can be undone, everything we do after that instant never happened. No information gathering, nothing.
Oh, okay.
So we need to make that decision now, yes or no.
That's your call, Juniper. I mean, that card could save your brother too, so I don't want to tell you what to do. This is
I mean,
our problem.
last time I saw Theo, he was safe. And I can't say the same for Callie. I mean, if I do the fate card, but we don't go, we let the lizard free from the cart, but we don't even. We
Let's go back to the
don't
part
put
where we
the
You
fate
you
together.
don't. Okay, so with the fate card, you don't get to decide. You don't get to change what you did. Pretty much, it erases one event from history.
Well, it would be. I think she's getting at is like, Reiju didn't drop the amber eye in with the other eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Erase that event from history, or she never finds the amber eye to begin with.
Yeah, you never loot the body. But then that could also lead
someone
to
else could
someone
loot that
else.
body.
Yeah.
Instead,
Yeah.
let's just say, just don't put the
So-
thing in the box.
While you're having this discussion, Callie, because I'm not going to rob HP Fox of this.
Fail.
You are face down, slowly coming to your mind, groggy, a small migraine building up in your head as you are laying on a cold stone floor. As you look around, the lighting in the room is sort of twisted, sort of warped, almost as if you're looking at a bright light through a fog. The room that you are in has no exit, as it is just a circular stone room with 6 open eyes hovering above pedestals staring at you. Archaic runes cover the entirety of the floor and the walls of this chamber. But about 5 feet away from you is this small silver dagger.
Is there anything in this room that is familiar to me in any way? Anything in this room that I can actually understand? Because the runes and stuff, I'm sure, are far, far above Callie's head. The eyes, are they like very clearly the amber eyes that we saw? Do they look different? Is it
They're
a
amber
different
in
set of eyes?
they're amber in color, but they're more like physical eyes instead of just stone.
As I kind of stumble to my feet and move around slightly, do the eyes look at me? Do they follow me as I
They
move?
follow your every movement.
I'll just call out then to this room at this point. Where am I? Who or what are you?
There's no reply.
Approaching one of the eyes, is there... I guess, can I just do like an investigation or something on it just to get a closer look, see if I can learn anything more about it, though Callie is a dumb bird.
Dumb bird can give me an investigation roll.
Did you get an at 20?
She's so dumb.
You stare at it and it's an eye.
Yeah, she rolled a 0.
Yeah, it's most definitely an eye.
Okay, I guess the only thing other than the eyes that's different in this room is the dagger. Can I approach the dagger? And
Yep, dagger is just laying on the floor.
Is there any sort of markings on the dagger, or does it just
It
look
is
like an ordinary dagger?
It is a plain silver dagger. There are no inscriptions on it. There's no markings. The only thing you could tell on it is it has an edge.
Okay. And do I have my equipment on me, or am I just in my clothes?
You are buck ass naked.
Oh.
You have nothing on you.
Does she still have her feathers? Is she naked? Is
I
she
hope
like
so.
a
She
bird,
has
or
no.
is she like
No, she still has her normal feathers. The phoenix feathers
That's
aren't
good.
there though.
Oh no.
And you really can't feel your connection to Ruger.
I was really hoping someone on the outside would try and reach out to him. He doesn't live in my face anymore, so I did a little secret roll here and I got another fucking nat 1. I'm going to pick up the dagger.
Okay.
And approach one of the eyes. And I'm going to try and stab the eye.
Okay, go ahead and give me an attack roll.
Can monks use daggers, or are they?
Yeah.
Yes.
Monks
yes, they
can use
because
daggers.
they can use them. They use them like darts.
Daggers are pretty much the universal weapon. Everyone can use a dagger.
Got it. Okay, so that would be
Because they're considered
X
simple
plus
weapons.
proficiencies. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20, you sink that dagger right into the eye. As you can see it convulse for a moment before it just closes. And as it closes, a series of runes light up along the room. But as that happens, you begin to hear Syra's voice kind of echoing out from the ring, delivering that message that she did when it was broadcasting it across the desert from the dome.
I'm gonna immediately call out, Syra, can you hear me?
And everyone on the outside, like, and probably for people for a couple miles, can hear Callie's voice kind of booming from the dome.
That's an affirmative. Ow, my ears.
Callie!
Up this.
It's coming out of the dome itself, and it's blazingly loud.
What dome?
Yeah, remember the eyes?
Oh yeah, I'm looking at him.
Yeah, it made a giant orb that covered up the town.
It's black and inky and has inky tendrils, and there's also a giant pit underneath the dome. It goes who knows
So,
where.
We've been trying to get reach of you.
I stabbed one of the eyes and then I could hear you.
Can you do the other 5?
Stab more.
Okay. When I stabbed the first one, some weird writing. It's probably fine. I'll stab the next one.
Uh-oh.
And as you
Oh.
stab the next one, there's a bit of a tremble and a bit of a shriek that echoes out along the dome on the outside as another series of runes begins to light up in the room. As the room itself begins kind of like a couple sections of the wall begin to spin and realign themselves.
Something real weird is happening in here, guys.
Like, define weird, because
That's been our whole time.
Yeah.
The walls are moving. And they're like, when I stab the eyes, some runes of some sort like keep lighting up. And then now the walls are moving, like shifting, like one of those puzzle cubes.
All right, I know we can't think through the rings. We actually have to speak through them. So
Yep.
that sucks. She wants to describe the rings, but I don't know. She doesn't know magic.
Can you
Can-
read? Do you recognize the
used to-
language of the rune?
No.
Oh. Okay. Are they pulsing or just appearing?
They were like there before, but they weren't lit up. But now some of them are lighting up.
Should I try to dispel magic again and open a hole? You think maybe Callie might see it?
Maybe.
I could
Yeah,
keep
you could do
stabbing
it.
the eyes. It seems to be hurting whatever this is.
Keep up the good work.
Yeah, I guess.
If
We're as clueless as you, but if you feel like it's the right thing,
Yeah.
I don't feel like any of this is right.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
fair.
I'm not wearing anything.
That's probably TMI, but whatever.
Well, that's what I mean. It's not right. I just kind of woke up on the floor and I had nothing.
Why are you naked?
I don't know.
That took your clothes? What the heck
It
is this
took
thing?
everything.
Pervert. It's made of eyes.
I'm gonna stab the third eye.
Okay.
Yeah, stab it.
And you stab it, and this time the room sort of trembles itself as more runes begin to illuminate on the walls and on the floor as the walls again begin to spin. And you can see that some of the runes are now starting to line up with one another, giving off like a small pulse. As you begin to understand the runes that are now in line, you can now just read them. And it just says Sleeper Awakens.
Can I do an insight on this situation?
How
And
so?
there's no like creature to insight, but everything that's happening, like, does it feel like I'm making the right decision here, or now seeing those runes line up and being able to read them, does it feel more like I'm perhaps doing what this creature wants me to do? Just trying to get a read on what's happening around me.
Go ahead and give me an insight check with disadvantage.
A 15.
A 15. You don't know that you can't really get a grasp on if what you're doing is correct or not, but you definitely get the feel that you are participating in some form of ritual. Like you were put here for a reason, and the dagger was there for a reason. And with the eyes that you've stabbed seemingly activating the runes and changing the shape of the walls and making the veil between you and your group thinner, there's definitely some sort of ritual you are participating in.
Okay, Syra, can you still hear me?
You're muted.
Yes.
Things have started pulsing now. Also, do you know what the sleeper is?
Fuck.
Oh, that's that thing we encountered with the Murph Kobold dream.
Nope, it's not that.
No, it's
What?
the bellkeeper. The
Or the
bellkeeper.
Bellkeeper?
he was
Or
trying
the-
to keep
The fallen god, I think, was called the sleeper. He said he was
thought-
keeping us asleep in the. He was.
Oh, I'm
crossing the
thinking
desert.
of the dream.
You're
nightmare
thinking of
thing.
the dream. Yeah, you're thinking of the dream eater or the god of dreams.
Yeah, never mind.
We do not want to wake that up. Remember, that was what the bell guy was keeping asleep. The god.
Oh.
Stop!
We should, probably, we
Stop!
should probably find that guy.
Stop! Don't stab any more eyes.
Yeah, I think it's waking up.
No.
Um.
Are any left?
Sing a lullaby.
Oh, I can't sing.
We need to find that bell guy.
Yes, the bell guy.
The wandering bell guy.
The wandering bell guy who's just walking around the desert ringing a bell.
I can try, or I can try to dispel again, and maybe now that we can hear Callie, maybe she'll see an opening.
Can Callie see us?
In the room that I'm in right now, in its current state, there's no obvious like entry or exit. To this room, right?
No, you are just in a solid circular room.
I'm gonna try it. Sarah's gonna try it because she feels like now that things have changed a little bit, and she knows that from Snit there's an enchantment, so there could be an enchantment that's making us see something different than she's seeing, but maybe an opening would still be visible for both.
Okay.
So that's her argument in her head. So she's gonna tell the group, I'm gonna try my dispel again and try to open a section of it. Callie, I'm gonna do something. I don't know if maybe you just weren't able to see it before, or you were asleep or what, but last time I did this, it opened a hole in this dome. So put your head in a swivel, look for an opportunity, and it's only gonna be open for seconds, if that. So if you see us, you see an opening, zip through it with it as fast as you possibly can.
Okay.
Okay. And I'm going to get within 100 feet of the dome again. Actually, I'm going to get closer this time. I'm going to get within 10 feet.
Okay.
If I can. And just in case she needs help getting through. I don't know if anyone else wants to get close to be at the ready.
Yeah. Danielle, Reiju will get a good solid footing and try and see if she can be ready to grab Callie if she gets close enough.
Good. Hey Snit, you got any last minute tips or guidances for me?
Do the thing.
You got this, kid.
Thank you. I feel much better.
Scruff the head.
Thank you.
Good guidance.
I feel so much better with you around. Okay.
And I'm ready to snatch her and run.
All
Wings out, ready to go.
So I will cast my last 4th level Dispel Magic again. I will roll with, and there's guidance.
Yeah, because Shadowfox did find that you can use guidance on Dispel Magic.
You just have to cast it beforehand.
Yep.
Yes.
I got a 19 altogether.
Altogether?
Yeah, that's with my modifier and everything.
You reach out, and once again, you begin to see the dome being peeled away. And as the eyes look at you this time, there is now only 3 eyes in that cluster now floating there, like looking around. As the dome is completely pulled back.
Oh, it's just gone.
It's gone as you dispel the dome.
Whoops.
Oh no, actually
and
that's good.
As this happens, the room that you're in, Callie, sort of lights up a little bit as like natural daylight is now in the room, and the eyes that are looking at you, or the remaining 3 eyes that are looking at you, you can see sort of through them, and you can see like kind of like in a 180 now, but you have full view of Syra and the rest of the group now in the city, well, not in the city, but on the outskirts of where the dome was.
Is there the pit and everything?
Yeah, the pit is still there.
So
but
where
as
we
you
don't see Callie at all?
You don't see Callie anywhere.
Okay. Callie, can you see us? Can you hear us?
Now that the dome is gone, can I still hear them despite not having the ring on?
You can hear them clearly now. Through the ring. It's almost as if nothing is shielding it.
Yeah, I can hear you. I can see you.
And as she replies, there's no longer any sort of echo. It's now only coming from the ring itself.
Oh,
I can hear
okay.
you through the ring now, but we don't see. Can you guys see her? I don't see her.
We don't see her, but she says she can see us.
Yeah, I can. I'm looking at you through the eyes.
I'll take out my rifle, and the scope allows me to see invisible creatures. Do I see anything?
You do not.
Do I see something that looks like Kelly?
You don't see any sort of invisible creature anywhere around you within the sight limits of the scope.
Is it a
I
real
got
pit?
nothing.
I'm gonna approach the pit and kind of
And
feel around the edges.
Like you feel around the edges, and it is real. And as you look down into the pit, you can see that black mass now kind of like bubbling, as there are now 3 large eyes sort of floating in it.
I described that to Callie as well on the ring, and I pointed out to the group. Not good. I wonder if that's
that
sleeper.
doesn't sound good. I don't know what to do. There's no way out of here that I can see. But I think the only way for me to get out is to stab the rest. But I don't want to wake anything up.
Then don't stab all of them.
Leave one.
Leave one.
What did you do last time to get in there? Maybe just hit it again with whatever you hit it with before. Maybe it will transfer you back out.
I don't know if I can. I could only do that once a day.
Oh. Callie.
I'm sorry, I don't understand magic.
Obviously.
And neither do we. It's fine.
Speak for yourselves. I know my magic very well.
Yeah, your magic, but magic as a whole, no.
That's fair. Other magic is weird.
Yes. Yeah, I would say leave at just one more, at most. Let's see what happens.
Can we?
I don't like that.
The thing to try to find the bell guy.
Can you do the what to find the bell guy?
Oh, the mirror.
Oh yeah.
If you remember his name.
He just introduced himself as the bellkeeper.
The bellkeeper.
Yeah.
Look up
I'll try it that way. Bellkeeper mirror.
All right, and you throw up the mirror, and this time it forms, and you see the bellkeeper walking through some nondescript area of the desert, ringing a bell.
Can you pan around with that thing?
No, not really.
Damn it.
Not how it works, unfortunately.
I look at the mirror, take what he looks like, and I try to move around and use my scope to see if I can find him along the horizon anywhere. Long shot, but there you go.
Try as you might, you don't see anything matching him along the horizon.
I
so
can.
mad at us.
I can cast. I'm using a lot of spells, guys. I hope nothing attacks us because I'm going to be down to. Well, actually, I've got a lot of 3rd and below, but I could burn my 5th level to do another locate creature because I'm out of 4th. If we think it's worth it.
I mean, I could just fire the damn thing.
My scope would see over 1,000 feet, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, then it's not worth it. Okay.
Hey, what if I stab one of the eyes that I've already stabbed? Maybe it'll break it.
You're still able to see them?
Yeah, they just closed after I stabbed them.
Callie, can you do me a favor?
Yeah?
Can you close your eyes and feel around and see if anything seems different from what your vision was telling you?
Like, close my eyes and feel around the room?
Yeah, because you said there's nothing really else to interact with in the room, but we don't see a room. And so, I don't know, maybe the room's not there? Maybe it's something else? Maybe if you close your eyes and just go based on what you feel, you sense something different? Give it a shot?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can do that. So I'll close my eyes and
The moment you close your eyes, you are now looking straight up from this black pit. You can see the 3 other eyes hovering above you and looking up into the sky.
Okay, that was a good call, I think, Zyra. So when my eyes are open, I can see you guys through the other open eyes, and when I close my eyes, it's like I'm looking up from that hole that you described, that pit.
Kind of looks over the pit.
Yeah, just
Yep. And as you look down into the pit, you can see just this whirling black mass, random tendrils like slamming against the wall, but you see 3 large eyes floating in the floating in the mass.
Are you inside? Like,
And
what do you see when you look up?
I see the sky. Oh, like look up with my eyes open or closed?
Closed.
Yeah, it's like I'm looking up from, like if I laid on the ground and looked up.
Yeah, but what are you seeing?
I see the sky. And
So she doesn't see the eyes from inside? I thought that's what you described she could see.
So when she closed her eyes, when she's looking up pretty much from the pit, she could see still the 3 amber eyes floating above the pit, and then like the sky and the edges of the pit itself. And then when if you her eyes are still closed when Reiju and Juniper look down into the pit, she can see them as well.
Okay. Do you describe that to us, Kelly, that you see the eyes?
Yeah.
Okay.
I see, like I said, the sky and then the other eyes there, and then I think you guys just looked over the edge, right?
Syra peeks
Gives a
over and
wave.
waves.
Yeah, I can see
that?
you.
Okay, that's your eyes open. The other thing is your eyes closed.
That is, there's a lot of eye things happening right now.
I know, I'm sorry. But you know when you could see me waving and you're looking as if looking up? That's real. That one's real.
Okay, so what I see when my eyes are closed is real.
Yes.
Oh. How does that work?
I don't know, but I think you might be underneath some creature or maybe inside of it.
Wait, what's in the pit? What do you see when you look in the pit?
It's like
Guys,
this,
what's in the pit?
it's literally just like, you know how like the sand can make a bowl?
It's in the pit.
Like
What's in the
a
box?
So you're basically where the town was down, and you're in a bowl of icky ink and tentacles.
And eyes, the eyes
underneath
floating.
that, apparently.
It's like
We
if
can't
you're...
actually see you, but we know where you're looking from.
Yeah, I remember when Reiju made us that really yummy like pudding that one time. It's like you're at the bottom of the pudding and there's googly eyes at the top.
I don't want to be in the pudding.
I don't want to be tapioca.
Try to get out. Can you fly?
Like a pharaoh.
No, I don't have my
Do you?
phoenix feathers anymore.
Look again. Now that your eyes are closed but open.
so weird.
When my eyes are closed, am I able to physically look around, or is my gaze just fixed in that one direction?
When you try to look around, you can feel the eyes sort of move in the direction you're trying to look. So you're able to get like a full 360 view if you wanted to. It's just a little bit of effort as there's only 3 eyes remaining.
Oh.
Wait, she's seeing through the eyes?
She's like when her eyes are open, she's seeing through the eyes above the pit. When she closes her eyes, she's seeing
was like at the bottom of the pit looking up.
No, when she closes her eyes, she sees from the pit view. When she opens her eyes, she can look through the 3 eyes that are still in that room. And those are the eyes that are hovering above the pit itself.
So she's like looking through the eyes of the creature then when her eyes are closed?
When they're
She's
open.
she's looking
When she's
through the
open,
eyes.
she's looking through the eyes that we can see.
Yeah, and then when she closes them, she's looking through the eyes that are currently floating in the pit below.
Okay, I thought she was just her body was in the pit below
Nope.
and she was
Yeah.
looking through her own
Nope.
eyes. That's what my understanding. I will correct Callie on Syra's misunderstanding there. Never mind, maybe you're not in the pudding. I don't know.
I guess you are
I
the
think you're-
pudding.
Yeah, you are the pudding.
I don't want to be the pudding either. I was already sand once. I don't need to be pudding.
Hey, pudding creature, let her go. Sarah yells from over
Don't
the
be a
edge of the-
jerk.
She doesn't want it. You need to go sleep.
Ding ding.
You know what? She's gonna do a thing. Reiju's gonna pull out her ring sword and ring the rings. See if something happens.
Nothing happens.
Damn it! I thought that would work.
That was
Yeah.
a good
I
try.
like-
Maybe do it like and Syra imitates the like rhythm that the bell guy had. Or I'm gonna try to recall it.
Do you remember
You know,
if he was saying
performance check
anything?
or what?
Do you remember if he was saying anything when he was doing that?
I don't remember. He might
Yeah,
have been
well-
chanting something.
While this is going on, I'd like to fly up and see if I can see this bellkeeper guy through the scope from a higher vantage point. I don't know.
Not from the
We
range.
need more information.
Yeah, not from the max range of your scope. You can't.
Can
Gotcha.
I pull out my kalimba and try to like match the pitch at the same time that you're doing that?
Try as you
Like,
might,
ring-
like you guys ringing the rings on the sword and like using the kalimba, it doesn't really do anything.
Damn it!
Yeah, it was worth a shot.
See, if I was any of the other bird races, I'd have the mimic ability and I could just be the bell.
Be the bell.
Um,
Looking down into the pit with the scope, do I see Callie?
Nope. You just see that black mass and the floating eyes.
Can I take a rock and like toss it into the pit gently and see if Callie gets it?
or feels it.
So you throw the rock down into the pit and it just bloop and just sinks down into the black mass. But there's no sound or anything whatsoever for Callie.
Does a rock suddenly appear above Callie's head and drop?
Nope.
Okay.
Oh, okay, good. A lot
Boom.
of a lot of scientific
Brain.
data that we're doing right now.
All right.
Do we see any creatures around? Any lizards or animals of any
Nope.
kind? I was gonna ask one to sacrifice itself.
Jesus.
We saw some apples in there, little horsey. Go in.
I was gonna just
no.
tell a lizard to just jump and see what happened to it.
That no.
Are you fucking
Some
serious?
druid you are, Jesus.
Ugh.
I saw
Okay.
a thing that like
Eh,
someone
she's
literally
sweet.
tried
She's
to do
not
the
that
same
hippie.
thing with talking with animals, and the salamander was like, "Are you fucking serious?" No. I have a feeling that that's exactly what's gonna happen.
God. Can we damage the eyes now that there's less of them? You know what? Fuck it. And
Fuck
how
it.
far away the eyes?
Hey,
You know
Rachel.
what? How far are the eyes away from us?
Raichu?
Well, it's in the center. It's technically in the center of town and then 60 feet up.
She's gonna cast fly,
Oh, you
Okay.
can fly.
and she's going to go in towards it.
Okay.
And when she gets about 60 feet away. No, wait. How far do I have to actually be for this?
I didn't know you could cast fly. Is that the first time you've cast fly before?
Nope.
I don't remember.
It's like the
it.
second time.
Oh.
So you're still like you're very much
Yeah.
like the
I mean,
bouncing, like the ship.
It's a second level spell. I mean,
So as you cast fly and you begin to fly towards it, both you and Callie see the eyes just lock right onto you. And Callie, you begin to feel a trembling inside the room itself as chanting begins to happen.
Whatever you guys are doing, you need to maybe not.
And she's going to use the ring sword to try and slash out at
So
the
as the ring sword slashes out, the eyes sort of flash as you feel yourself lose control of the flight spell. And you begin to fall.
But does my attack go through?
Go ahead and roll an attack.
Okay.
I love that. That's all you care about.
Because this is a ranged attack.
Snit, Raju's, it's again.
It's again. It's again.
Well, I would say this is a mistake on her part, but she got a natural 20 for a reason.
Okay.
So yeah.
Unfortunately, even though with the natural 20, it does nothing to the eyes.
So only Callie.
So divine magic did not work against
Divine
it.
magic did not work against it, but you are now falling.
She will recast it and stabilize.
So as soon as you recast it, Callie, you hear a no echo from the eyes as you lose control again.
Somebody needs to grab Reiju. Quick.
And as like Reiju begins to fall down towards the pit, you see like these tendrils sort of like reaching out, getting ready to catch her.
Can I dive bomb? I have natural flight.
You have natural flight. It's not a spell.
I don't have any flight and I don't have any rope.
Like I could try to get her, but I'm like, I'm gonna give you a chance to be a hero right now, Snit. You wanna go get your girl?
Yeah. I mean, once Sarah said, "It's again." Like
it's again.
I'm up there. I'm like scoping around, trying to find this bell keeper person thingy, and I just shit. Dive bomb.
Reiju, it's
Okay.
again.
So with the dive bomb and you reach out to grab Reiju, I need both of you to give me I would say straight up dexterity checks.
Would you allow me to cast guidance on myself during the dive bomb?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Okay. With just dexterity modifier?
Just dexterity modifier.
Total of an 18.
Okay, cool.
22.
22. So you reach out and you're able to like grasp each other's forearms as you pull Reiju up and kind of stabilize, bringing her out of the pit range, right as like 3 tendrils were about to collapse in on her.
Blast. Well.
Reiju.
Callie, did anything happen on your end?
Oh, it got mad.
It got mad.
Oh, really?
I think it was gonna eat you.
Can you tell if it was mad that she was about to attack it on this side?
It was more of like a cocky kind of mad. I guess how are you flying? Was it magic? I think
that's magic, yeah.
Yeah, when you did that, it like shut it down the first time, and then when you tried to do it again, it was just like no.
Oh, so it speaks.
It has a voice apparently. I think using any kind of magic around it is just gonna put a stop to it immediately.
Okay. Well, it seems that the tentacles can only reach so far. So...
Hey, Juniper, you want to try to like throw a spear at it?
I have a gun.
Yeah,
I don't have a spear.
So
do you have non-magical bullets?
So I
I
will say with everything you have seen, this thing seems to be impervious to damage. Like
Okay.
it's taken shots from your attacks
Everything.
and it's just showing no sign of give.
I want to try something in here though.
Okay.
I'm gonna position myself so that one of the open eyes is within. How close do they need to be for this? Oh shit! My armor gives me that. I don't have my armor.
That you know of. Close your eyes.
Yeah,
have
do
to-
you have your armor if you close your eyes?
I can't look at myself when I close my eyes.
Have you tried?
Yes. I'll have to hit it instead of just standing next to it. So I'm gonna go up to one of the open eyes, and I'm gonna punch it. But the goal here is to use my hands of harm on it to try and poison the eye.
Ooh.
Okay. So you just slam your fists into this eye, and it kind of, you know that look that somebody gets when they just get poked in the eye? It kind of cringes at a moment,
Do it
and
to myself
and
all the
then
time.
the eye closes. And as the eye closes, everyone sees one of the eyes detach and fall into the pit.
Ooh.
And as that
I don't know if was
happens,
a good or a bad thing.
another
Is that a good thing or a
line
bad
of
thing?
another line of runes lights up along the wall,
Oh.
and everything
you know what needs to-
spins around again.
Wait.
And then
a
you see
minute.
chaos resumes. Now you
Oh,
now see
no.
sleeper awakened, chaos resumes.
Okay, so that didn't work the way I wanted it to.
Wait a minute. Snit, did you see what I saw?
I think Callie's the only one that sees the runes.
No. We saw one of the amber eyes fall into the goop.
Oh,
If
yeah.
we,
We try to
if we
grab the
prevent
eye?
them, yeah. When Callie stabs one, we grab a rune, an amber thingy.
We grab an eye.
Yeah,
Try to
We only have 2 more
catch the
shots.
eye.
before it drops into the goop.
I don't know if that is it.
I mean,
I don't know if dropping into the goop is the thing or actually taking out
That-
the eye. I think the eyes are.
it started doing the thingy again after it fell into the goop.
But that just could be a sequence of events. It gets
We're on
stabbed
this
and
side, this
all
is
of
all
it
we-
activates.
This
It's
is
the
all I can
stabbing that
think of right now
activates
is
it.
just stopping the amber eye from falling into the black ink.
I think that's
that-
not the important part, though, Reiju. Like, I think that's just a dead thing that's been expended, falling to the bottom.
Well, we've got
It's the
two.
act of
Well, we've got
expending
two
it that's
left.
the problem.
We've got 2 left. We can try one. See what happens.
This is opening up a chaotic god. Are we sure we should be doing this?
Hell no! But we've been doing crazy shit all this time anyway, haven't we?
Not on purpose.
Not really on purpose, no, but here we are.
Fuck it. Let's do it. I mean,
Snit, I hate to ask this of you, but could you fly in when it starts dropping?
am
Snit, can you
against fire.
risk sacrificing yourself for the group?
Does-
go over card.
Well, first things first. In getting near one of these eyes, would I be in range of the tentacles? From what I could from previous.
You have a feeling that yes, if you are above that pit, you are within range of those tentacles.
Well, are the eyes are in the pit, right?
They're 60 feet above the pit. Like flat level, eyes, pit, floor. There's a difference. And like,
Yeah,
I
but
wasn't
there's
being reached for
there's
until I was
no.
down below.
You don't know the extent of how long those tentacles reach, or how large those tentacles are. You've seen them like slam against the wall and then try to grab Reiju when she passed through, like passed beyond like the lip of the pit.
Uh-huh. Okay.
But you've also seen what happens when people touch those eyes.
They kind of get yeeted.
There's nothing else you can interact with in there, Callie? Like, nothing on the walls? Did you try walking around, looking?
Touching.
I didn't make a habit of touching things, but I did have a little bit of a look around. It just seems like a weird magic room with eyes in it, and then there's the dagger on the floor.
Is Ruger with you? Maybe he can make sense of it.
No, I couldn't feel him. I assume he's out there with you guys somewhere.
Are you
Ruger.
being harmed right now?
No, I don't think so.
Have you been harmed this entire time?
I mean, maybe aside from my dignity, no.
Fair. Then I think that at the very least we have a little bit of time to try to figure out something rather than just poking more eyes.
I am for
Yeah,
that plan.
It doesn't feel like, the room's gonna come down around me or anything. I mean, I don't like being here, but I think we can take time to think about this. And actually, now that daylight is in this room, do I have a shadow?
Yes, you do.
Okay, you guys do stuff out there. I'm gonna try something in here. I'm not gonna touch the eyes.
Yeah, no more stabbing.
Yeah. Well, the last one, I actually punched it. I'm surprised that it did that. I thought that only this dagger. It just looks like never mind. I'm gonna look at my shadow and kind of like kneel down and just kind of place my hand on it. Bernard, I know you're busy, but if you're there, I could really use a friend right now.
And you sit there, and there's no response.
He's currently not Bernard.
Could be several reasons, really.
Yeah. Did Ruger respond when I was calling out to him?
He did not.
Okay.
All right, let's have a powwow and let's start thinking. We've got information. We just need to start putting stuff together.
We need more information, and the only one I can think of that potentially has any readily available is this bellkeeper person.
We can maybe... How long can you fly for, Reiju?
An hour.
Okay. I can do 2.
How far away was this person, and where was this person the last time you saw them?
Well, I can maybe tell what direction he's going from the mirror. I bring the scry mirror back up, say bellkeeper, and try to catch sight of where his shadow is. So I can figure out based on his shadow, like what direction he might be heading in.
Okay, go ahead and give me a survival roll.
Okay. Hey, Snit, can you help me? I'm trying to figure out. I just need another boost of confidence.
I'll
I actually
look
have...
over her shoulder and help her and give her guidance again.
Okay.
I actually have like a 4 for survival.
That's
So
good.
I help.
You can assist to give her advantage.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go. Advantage and guidance.
Yeah.
About as good as it's going to get.
Well, my
Yeah.
survival is a +8, so that's good.
Yeah.
Too. Yeah. So we're in good shape.
Oh, not 20. By the tell of the grains
Thank you for
of
that
sand,
advantage.
the color.
What'd you get?
On math things, it's high. I rolled a 19 on the dice, so before all the modifiers, so that's gonna be 27. 27, 28, 29, 30, 31.
The current way that he is moving, it looks like he's walking towards the northwest.
Northwest. Okay. Sarah's like, that direction.
Headed southeast, so the complete opposite direction.
So we ran across him like 2 days ago or something like that. A day ago.
Yeah, something like that, because it was right before we got to this town.
Now, all
So
I need is...
hold on, let me finish real quick. With the 31 survival, knowing the last time we saw him, the distance, and kind of keeping in mind the distance we've traveled and seeing the direction he's in, do I have any kind of knowledgeable guess about how far away he might be?
If he stopped,
based on his like pace, because he had like a pretty set pace he was going at.
If he's like, if you factor in if he stopped to rest for the night, in his
I'm actually gonna consider that he probably didn't stop.
Okay, so if you consider that, if you consider that he's probably got about a good day and a half, 2 days ahead of you.
Okay, I'll share that information with the group.
But at a walking pace?
Is that at a skiff pace or at a walking pace or at a, like...
That's at his pace.
At his pace, okay.
What was his pace?
Get done moving, probably.
Pretty determined. Not running, but...
not stopping ever.
Yeah, just set.
Sustained.
Yeah, I have a fly speed of 80 feet as a eagle. Maybe.
I have a fly speed of 60, but I can also double dash.
And triple dash.
Yeah, so he's super fast. I can just double dash. So we might be able to cut it by like a day, I'm guessing. It'd be like a day's flight, maybe, to find him.
That's a bit of a ask, and I definitely couldn't make that trip.
Yeah. I can't either. So I can only make, I think, maybe 4 hours of it. I have to double check how long I can hold my shape for.
1 hour here with all the spell slots I've been using.
And even with natural flight, dashing and double dashing, you're going to exhaust yourself.
Yeah, at a certain point for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's like an hour of dashing or something gives you a point of exhaustion.
Okay. So it's a journey to get to him, unfortunately. He might be beyond our reach at the moment.
But math question, how much does an hour of dashing give you?
That all depends on your movement speed.
Flight speed of 60.
So 60 feet around?
60, well, that's normal movement. So 180 if I use all actions to dash.
All right, give me a second here. So 180 feet around
per 6 seconds.
What per what?
Per round, which is 6 seconds.
I mean, time gets a little weird in D&D because we have to kind of like battle versus. So it's just kind of an estimate.
But
I've got it. Give me a second.
That's what a round is 6 seconds.
Give me a second.
I know, but I mean, like, we have full conversations in 6 seconds. Like, let's be real. It gets a little wibble wobble.
An hour, 60 minutes.
You'd get about 20 miles.
Yep. You would get 20 miles an hour of dashing.
Versus his walking speed of 30.
But he's also got a 2-day head start from you.
And Cyrus shares that she doesn't think that he's like a normal creature. She doesn't think he ever stops.
Yeah, and that was like if he's been moving for that long, that's in the opposite direction of us, and we saw him like a day and a half ago.
Mm-hmm.
So he's several days away from us at this point.
What if I large myself?
That really isn't going to give you that much more movement speed.
Anything will slow you down.
I think unless someone of
Yeah.
us has sending, I think we're screwed with the Bellkeeper at the moment. That fake
So-
card is looking more and more attractive.
Yeah, it really is.
Well, I mean, if nothing is immediately negatively happening to Callie, she can wait here as long as she needs to for you guys to gather information.
What about food and water and stuff?
You can go a week without food.
About
3 days
water.
without water. Like,
For a normal person, sure.
Of how science is getting
This is a bird person that lives in the desert.
That's also been spoiled by
I
the
want
city.
to. Yeah, I was going to say I want to point out this is a bird person who lives in the desert city.
Yeah.
She's also poor.
who
so
has
she would
never had to
mom and-
rough it on the outskirts.
Until recently.
Hey, when you're sitting still all day, you don't burn many calories.
No.
I'm gonna create water and just pour it down into the pit. Like,
Doesn't do
Callie,
anything.
do you see
Watches
any
the way
water?
they eat. Watches the way they eat, but it reveals the tentacles like, ugh.
ugh. It just goes bump, 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 bump.
Well, water, no water.
I was trying to get water to you.
Imagine if water was the solution the whole time.
Right?
You just started burning it
Scribbles,
away.
It's like like the
You,
aliens.
you know what? This
Fine.
totally might not work, but I don't see a point in not doing it. My armor has the ability to scan creatures. Want to this thing?
Yeah, scan it.
Just
Okay.
see if something comes back.
Something does necessarily come back. What information does your thing give it?
So the second button allows you to scan creatures and know their information. This information is automatically stored on the bracer to be accessed anytime. To know their information. That's all I got from you.
Give me one moment here.
Was that on your armor or
Yeah. It's a bracer on my armor.
did it have a name? The homebrew? It's a homebrew item, right?
It's
It's a
homebrew.
homebrew item. Yeah.
It's the Celestium armor that came about when Snit picked up a piece of armor in the armory.
Yeah. The Celestium armor.
Okay.
So it's a monstrosity, is what you're getting from it.
Uh-huh.
Though most information about it isn't really being shared with you. You know it's alive, you know it's got a creature, it's got some sort of classification, but it seems like any other information is technically confusing the bracer. Almost as if this thing is one of a kind.
Oh, great.
So Snit's standing over the edge of this pit and scans it. I'm going to scan the eyes next.
Okay.
The eyes that are floating above the pit.
They don't really have any sort of type to them. They're not necessarily alive.
Gotcha. Okay. Thought that might be the case.
Does that
They
mean
are
they're
items.
objects that can be touched and identified?
Well, we haven't had much luck with touching them thus far.
Have we just touched it or have we tried like actions on it?
You've tried to touch, well, you yourself have tried to touch it and it kind of yeeted you out into the desert.
That's when there were 6 of them.
Just wanted to see if there was a clarification between me grabbing and trying to pull it versus just boop.
I know the attack that I did didn't do anything.
Okay.
So
I hate that. I hate to do this, but you know, we can keep going in the direction we're going, and your father's people might help.
Okay.
well, I was also thinking we've been attacking the eyes. Have we tried attacking
The goop.
the monstrosity?
I can try. Let's do it.
I mean, I can try.
Go for it.
Rage just starts slashing it into the edge.
Well, how far down is the inky
Yeah.
goop?
The inky goop.
Yeah.
From where you can see down past the lip, the inky goop is probably sitting about a good 80 feet down.
Okay.
Are you gonna shoot it?
Everyone's on board with giving it a shot.
Sure.
Yeah.
Literally.
You try something and I'll try something. Just different.
Well, I'm
attempts.
also speaking into the ring because I want Callie's input, and I want to know if any damage that we do to it does anything to her.
Got it.
Yeah, if you have an idea that doesn't put yourself in immediate danger, by all means. I've got a couple more ideas down here, so
Got
let's maybe
no
tackle
clue
things
if
one at a time.
got no clue if it will, Callie, but I wanted your opinion.
Yeah, I, you're in a better position than I am to help yourself if something goes wrong, so I trust your judgment.
Well, I'm gonna try to take a little pot shot at this, and you let me know if anything happens to you when I do, okay?
Okay.
So I'm gonna take out a normal crossbow bolt
Okay. I was waiting
and
for
load it.
calamity round.
No, I mean, as far as we can tell, Callie is down there.
Eh,
We just can't see her. So, loading normal crossbow bolt, nothing super special. I will try to add some damage to it though and do a sharpshooter.
Okay.
And you let me know if I can apply sneak attack damage to it too, which isn't too much extra, but it will be a little extra.
I'll allow it. I will allow sneak attack damage since technically combat isn't necessarily started with this thing yet. So this would be
Yet.
I was
technically
going
a sneak
for,
attack.
I have an ally near it, but sure, I'll take that too.
We have an ally in it?
Maybe we don't know. So, yeah. So sharpshooter, sneak attack.
Broadside of a barn.
Yeah, exactly. Broadside of barn, potentially. So yeah, that's going to be a 15 to hit, all things considered.
That hits. It's
Okay.
it's a giant pool of black mass. I mean, again, broadside of a barn. So go ahead and give me damage.
Crossbow was a D8, I think. No, it was a D6. I have 2D.
Crossbow bolt is D10 or D8. Depends on the size.
Hand crossbow, technically.
Oh, 6. D6.
So, yeah. Eight. And what's that? 10, 20, 28.
28 points of damage.
Yeah.
Callie,
Piercing.
Callie, roll a Constitution check.
No, why would I make her do that? Callie, you take 56 points of psychic damage as that bolt flies in and sinks into the goop. As the two remaining eyes in the room shoot these beams directly into you, as you're racked with pain.
You all just hear screaming across the ring.
Callie.
Ooh, nope. That's bad.
Yeah,
Callie?
during that. Callie.
Probably take a good few seconds before she's
As you
able to
see,
respond.
like now, like resonant life force kind of like emanating from both of these eyes.
Not doing that again.
That didn't work out very well.
It
Does the
hurt
creature
you?
look like it took any damage?
Nope. It looks like you shot a crossbow bolt in a bowl of pudding.
I threw a rock and Callie didn't get hurt. That's the whole point of the rock.
The rock didn't necessarily do any damage. You kind of just went, eh.
Down
You
80
didn't
feet.
try to an attack. If you did an attack roll, it would have been different.
Use your sight.
Well,
Callie, are you okay?
No,
Oh, honey.
okay.
Do you have any of your healing stuff you do?
We're not
available
doing
to
that
you?
again.
I can try. I don't know what that was, but the eyes, they like shot something at me, and it felt like it was carving my head open.
So it didn't feel like a crossbow bolt?
No,
Because that's what he shot at it. But I guess it retaliated at you instead. Or transferred the damage in some way.
It's probably protecting itself
Asshole.
by using her.
Stupid pudding. Pudding monster, you suck.
Monster.
after I take a moment to gather myself. No, I can't do that one because I don't have my phoenix feathers. I guess I will try doing hands of healing on myself, see if it works.
It does not. As you try to do hands of healing, and you know it should happen. You know that there should be some sort of feel good coming from this, but there just is just nothing. As you can't even feel any of your ki inside your body at the moment.
Not to add more problems to our list, but it's not just my equipment that's gone. Well, Reiju will maybe know the implications of this. I don't even feel my ki energy anymore.
Oh, that's not good. She can't heal herself.
Oh,
I can't do anything.
you can't do any of your abilities without your key? That's like
No.
your magic, huh?
Yeah, I mean it's not magic. I don't need a permit, but it's like the natural flow of energy through a body. I can't feel that energy in myself anymore.
Maybe you're not really in your body right now.
Maybe I don't have a body anymore.
Oh, Callie. I'm sure a body's somewhere. Maybe it's under the pudding monster. We can't see.
Have you tried using the knife on the runes to try
No.
and knock them out?
They're the runes are like carved.
They're carved into the stone.
Yeah.
And metal is stronger than stone.
Some metal, some stone.
See if
I
you can just
I
grind it
carving
down.
it.
And
I think the runes are just indicating the stage of the rituals that I don't think interrupt. If the runes were a part of like actual casting of the ritual, then maybe interrupting them, I would guess. But
I mean,
I
knocking out the
can
It
runes
already
can also
happened.
ruin a spell.
I can at least see if the dagger's strong enough to mark the stone.
That's worth a shot. It won't really damage the blade any. Just to strike across it a little bit with like grinding.
Well, I'm gonna be really gentle because
Yeah.
I don't want this creature to misinterpret anything as aggression anymore, because
Fair.
I can't take another anything from it.
I don't think you should try that. That's my opinion. I think you need to hang tight. I think it's a real long shot. You can try it, but like you said, if it gets mad and retaliates and you go unconscious, that's not good. We can't get to you.
That's true.
So your choice, but it's risky. Rojan, I feel like we're kind of spinning our wheels pretty bad right now. Like, is there any way that we
Yeah,
could
like
maybe make a
we're
roll,
lost, dude.
like,
What the hell?
like insight or intelligence for whatever we are, like just to assessing the situations? I feel like as players, maybe we're missing something. Like, I don't know.
We're drowning fast.
I hate to say this,
You're
but
drowning in
you're
the
not missing anything. Like, there isn't any sort of like hidden switch or anything that you're missing. Like,
So it's either kill the eyes or let Callie, take all that fucking damage. What the fuck, man?
So our choice. So, do we get the sense that it might be a good idea to try to get more information to leave this place, or do we get like a sense that we need to just take some risks here and now? Like, can you even give us that a little bit with a check of some kind, or?
from everything that you've seen and everything that Callie has experienced, it seems that the room and the pudding are interlocked together in some sort of like psychic cacophony. Like without even with Callie not being able to tap into her key, she has a feeling that she's not necessarily in her body at the moment. This seems to just be a psychic representation of her, and that's only been solidified by the psychic damage that she's taken from the crossbow attack on the pudding. It seems that she is trapped at the moment in some psychic prison.
Yeah, and if this is the thing that the bell guy was keeping asleep, or at least referring to, he did say, or it did say, that it was keeping the offspring of fallen gods asleep, so it's quite possible that we're dealing with like a demigod here, which, who knows what the limits to its magic are.
Mm-hmm.
And try the mirror again now that
Okay.
the dome's gone, because I just haven't tried that in a while. For Callie, I say Callie, see if I can see her body or something.
Okay, with this time, I want you to give me use the roll using your spellcasting modifier.
Okay,
So your wisdom.
not great. 12,
12.
unfortunately.
So the picture is not great in here, but you begin to see this almost like amber-like seal egg with Callie's body kind of like suspended in the center of it. But that's all you can see. Like, and it's taking all of your focus just to bring this picture up onto the mirror itself.
Like beads of sweat going down.
Yeah,
his
like
face.
you are like seriously having to focus to get any sort of image on this mirror.
I can't tell what this is, but maybe she's inside one of those, and she kind of points at the eyes. What if?
Well, we know that her striking the eyes is starting to create runes on her side. We know that she's now in one of those amber thingies, possibly. Problem is she in one of the amber thingies that's already fallen into the goop, or is she still in the one that's up there, 60
don't
feet
know.
above the edge?
I couldn't make it out. I couldn't make out any more details.
We know that attacking the goop isn't good because then the room itself attacks her.
Probably you're not in the pudding. So that's good.
Yeah, that's something.
You look like you're in an egg. An amber egg.
Egg?
Yeah, like amber eye egg. You're in one of the eyes.
So you may be one of the eyes floating above the pudding.
Do I get any sense that this might be like a curse or anything like that?
It's go ahead and give
From
me an Arcana roll. I'll allow that.
I'll assist in that thought process.
Thank you. Yeah,
And-
Sarah's kind of talking it through.
And I'm getting. I'm concerned that this reawakening of whatever this is, if it reawakens, it's going to be her. She'll be the reawakened
I don't
sleeper.
know. Or it's just using her as a conduit.
I mean, kind of,
But
potato.
Let's focus on this first. Like this
She-
actual.
yeah, well, what I'm trying to figure out is if this is like a curse, I can try something. Like maybe because she did touch it and then, she'd put magic into it and then all this stuff happened. So if I just want to know if that maybe it's because of when she touched it or interacted with it, it did something to her. I don't know. What do you think? Let's spitball, Raju. Stit, you want to add into this? You want to give me some confidence boost?
Magic nerds, assemble.
Smack guidance. No.
Thank you. I feel so good.
Just slap her in the back of the head.
Okay.
You know, the football pump up. Come on.
Get my brain going.
No one expects the jock to be a nerd as well.
Because I don't think I have like anything to Arcana. That's not really a great thing for me to roll, but that's okay. -1. Okay. 16. Not too bad.
All right, so remind me again. Sorry, what were you using the Arcana roll for?
I'm trying to figure out if this is an effect of a curse of some kind.
You don't really get the effect. You get the sense that it was an effect of a curse. This
Okay.
is more.
So greater restoration is. I get the sense that greater restoration is probably not going to do much.
You get this is more. This is more an effect than anything. This was a direct result of Callie applying the lightning to the eye itself, and it sort of merged with her at that point.
Okay. I'm gonna post for the hell of it. I'm gonna post greater restoration in the
All right.
chat and let me know if I get a sense that based on my Arcana roll or another roll I might roll if this might be useful or not, or if I'm on the fence of like, oh, it might be.
You imbue a creature who you touch with positive energy to undo a debilitating effect. You can reduce the target's exhaustion level by 1 or end one of the following effects on the target. One effect of the charm, petrify the target. One curse, including the target's attunement to a cursed magic item. And a reduction to the target's ability scores, an effect reducing the target's hit point maximum. Nothing on that list. But that is just the textbook use of greater restoration.
Might be worth a shot, but I'd have to touch it. And I'd have to know which egg.
If I'm in an egg, we might have more time than we thought. I mean, an egg sustains life, so
Until it hatches.
I mean, it was
Well, yeah.
egg-like. It was an egg-like thing I saw. It
was
is
an-
an eye. I don't know
it's
if
an
it's an
eye.
actual life-sustaining thing.
Well, from the way you described it from what you saw. I mean,
Mhm.
there's no guarantee it's one of these eyes. It just happens to be the same color.
Okay, well, I guess we can go and try to find more information. I don't like that idea, or someone can fly me over there and I can take a closer look and maybe we can see which one of those things she's in, unless it's one of the ones that fell. And then I can try my greater restoration, see what happens.
Yeah, I think if anyone can give us more information on this, it's gonna be our angel friends in the library. Because if this is something really old, they're also really old.
How many days travel are we away from that?
Oh no,
Snit, you just came from there. How long did it take you to get to us?
Yeah, how long did it take me to get to them?
Via dragonfly.
Trying to think here because you used all 8 days as rolls. That's an oversight on my part because I would say it's probably at max, like max speed, and some bullshit angel magic. You were probably in.
Bullshit angel magic.
You were
I thought he
probably
was gonna explain it. Angel gave you a boost.
yeah. You were probably in flight for about a day and a half with the angel magic.
is there any like large cacti or anything around you guys? Because you can move through plants, can't you, Syra?
I didn't prepare that today, but tomorrow morning. I did tend the garden in order to do that.
I can just let Nyrix know to let one of the angels come here immediately.
I don't know if they can do that. I don't know if they like leaving their spot.
Well,
I mean,
Sean, we kind of need them.
yeah, we kind of need them.
Yeah, but
If that's what you're
I mean,
asking for.
Not worry about bothering them when Callie's stuck in black pudding.
it's
Maybe.
not like they're our servants, though. Like,
It's not like they're not our friends.
I thought you were going to say it's not like they're not our servants.
No.
I mean, you can try. I haven't heard anything yet.
Nyrix, is there any way that you could send one of the angels to us to help us try and rescue Callie if they have any insights on what we're looking at? We are about here, and she'll give rough coordinates since she has like 2 maps with her.
Yeah.
Yeah, you point to the map, like part with the circle that says Callie ?
Well, I'm looking at that, and I'm also looking at the other
You
map.
hear in response, I'll try.
That's all I ask.
And before we do anything further, because we kind of been going on a little bit, we're gonna go ahead and take a quick break here so we can get up, stretch our legs, all that fun stuff, and we'll be back in about 5 minutes.
And stretch our brains.
Yeah, stretch your brains.
My brain
Damn
hurt.
it.
We tried literally every.
disappointment.
And we are.
Hello.
I feel like it's just a little bit more with artificers because they literally class features rely on their equipment.
Yep, there is that as well.
So,
So
So,
I've got
So
some ideas.
I kind
Yes.
of figured you guys were talking after a while when we went on break.
how could we not?
So, what are
Uh,
your ideas?
Well, I think we'll start off with the easiest of the ideas, and that's with Callie. Callie is going to kind of sit down in the center of this room with that dagger sitting on her lap, and she's just going to take a few moments to calm herself down, get her breathing under control, try and get her mind to a quieter place, until she is able to get herself to a place of stillness of mind. Not that I think she's charmed or frightened at the moment, but just in case it comes in handy with anything else. And once she's kind of found that place, she's just going to call out verbally and mentally to this pudding creature, which is a really lighthearted way to refer to this thing, but pudding creature.
I mean, it's easier to say than writhing mass of black tentacles.
Yep. I think she's just going to start with, can you hear me?
I've been able to hear you the entire time. Can you hear me?
I can. Why have you brought me here?
Why would you assume?
Is this room not your creation?
You made contact. What happened was just a side effect. You were not the intended one. You are what we got.
Well, I'm sorry if I'm a bit of a disappointment. But these eyes, they belong to you, right?
In a way, they belong to all of us.
All of us. There's more than one of you?
There is more than one of us.
What are you?
That I don't even. I've been trapped since my creation.
You've never walked free.
Never walked, never ran, never flew. All I've done is sleep.
And what would you do if you were free?
That I do not know. Never having experienced freedom myself, I don't know how I would act, what I would do.
There's some out there that believe you would do bad things, that you might hurt people and hurt the land.
Who's to say? What would you do?
I would
You have
go
us, but
far away from those that put me in the situation that you're in. I would stay out of their gaze. I would not bring attention to myself.
There is logic in those words. So if we were to awaken, we should flee away from predatory eyes.
I mean, if you were to awaken, you'd have a life instead of just being trapped here. You could go anywhere. You could do anything. You could see anything. You wouldn't have to interact with anyone if you didn't want to. I think you wouldn't even have to stay on this planet, technically. There's apparently a whole lot of other ones out there.
I believe I would take it one step at a time.
Yeah, I guess that's the right way to approach things.
But I assume with you as my guide, those steps may be quickened.
Well, I'm not sure how good of a guide I would be. I haven't been outside the city much. But, I could show you how to be kind to people and welcoming to the world.
I believe that would also fall in part of those I would come across, how they would react to one such as us.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, it's true that there's bad people in the world, bad people doing bad things that want to hurt others. But, we can choose to be better than that.
So you say this land is in need of justice, judgment.
No, I wouldn't quite phrase it like that.
There are those in this land who need this. Not the entire land, but certain individuals.
There are those that seek to harm others that I think should have that decision taken away from them.
And would you show me what it means to be just?
I would certainly try. It would, at the end of the day, be your decision to act however you wish to act, however you desire to act, and it would be your decision to restrain those desires at times. That's part of being alive, is to show restraint.
Perhaps this unforeseen bonding was or will be more beneficial than we thought.
Perhaps, if you don't mind sharing a bond with a third, I've got a friend, Ruger, where we're kind of sort of stuck together.
We are not in the sense able to deny bonds.
Oh, okay, good, because he's real nice. He can be a bit grumpy sometimes, but he's nice.
I know my intended bond was quite different than you.
You had someone special in mind?
Not me. The decision was made already. But it seems that the ritual has started with a bit of a hitch.
Yeah, the snake lady, right? That she was doing the ritual. She had the other amber
She
eye.
was the intended one to awaken me.
See. Well, I'm glad it wasn't her, because she was real mean. I think you can be better than that.
Maybe we will be. But we will never know unless my other eyes are restored.
Now, when you say restored, do you mean like closed, like the first 4 there?
Like you have been doing.
Okay. I want to tell all my friends this stuff and see what they think, but can I ask one more thing?
I don't see why not.
Why did the open eyes shoot me with something that almost killed me?
That I do not know.
Okay, I suppose that's fair. I wouldn't know a lot of things if I was stuck in jail my whole life either.
I've been asleep for so long.
I'm sorry about that. I don't know who did it or why they did it. But I mean, if you're able to be a good person creature thing, then
all I know
they should have given you that choice.
Is it's some order known as the Bell Keepers.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
My judgment was passed upon me before I was even old enough to speak.
See, that just doesn't seem right. I mean, they shouldn't judge you based on, your parents or where you're born or how you're born. If you have the capacity to choose for yourself, you could choose to be a wonderful thing. But I think my friends should probably be told about this.
You may call me Filmos. It's much better than the pudding.
That was what? Filmus?
Filmos. Phelmos.
Almost like phlegm.
Almost like phlegm, yes.
That's worse.
More iconic that way.
Okay, so I will then reach out across the ring network again to my friends, 2 of which have vanished.
Oh no, they fell into the pit.
All right, who pushed them in?
Well, we're just posting memes in chat.
Yeah, I see that bunny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, where in chat?
Oh, it's our player DM.
Oh, I see. I see how it is. Keeping me out of the loop, huh?
DM's asleep post memes.
A bunny made a pudding that's
I will send it to you, love.
Okay.
So you could at least see what the
bopped on
gift
the
is.
butt with a spoon.
There's
Getting
John.
spanked.
Oh, that,
It's
yeah.
getting flat out
Yeah.
spanked.
Yeah, I've
It's
seen that one.
its
I've seen that
bunny
one.
butt is jiggling.
And
While
you've
you
seen
were having
So
that, like, while you were having that, like, super intense, interesting moment, we were just
posting memes.
Shit
posting
posting
memes.
is what you were.
You were shit posting.
doing.
I mean, but then again, that's D&D.
Yeah,
It's true.
Just John Belushi snorting Jello.
Yeah. So yeah, you can go ahead and reach out across the ring network.
Yeah. And I will let everyone know that I spoke with the creature, and then I'll go through the conversation that we had. Oh, and it has a name. Felmos is its name.
Thomas.
Yeah.
Well then, that's interesting.
How?
Sentient.
I don't know if I would want to trust anything it's saying.
I mean, I'm right there with you. I do certainly understand the mistrust, but also it kind of got me thinking, why should we trust the bellkeepers? He was just a random guy walking around in the desert. We didn't know anything about him.
That's true. Maybe we give this a name. Hey, Nirix. Also, tell the angel people that we're looking for the name Felmos is the big jello pudding creature that's got Callie imprisoned. Crazy stuff going on, by the way, sis. Fill you in later. Uh, yeah. Should we, like, maybe just sleep on it and, like, see if we get a response tomorrow from anybody?
I mean, this thing's been asleep its whole life. What's one more night, right?
Yeah.
It's now that you've talked with them, you know, I know that it's probably you might feel a little better being in there now. If we
Yeah,
go
it
sleep.
didn't seem like angry or hostile or, you know, whatever vibes Gaius gives off. It didn't seem like any of that.
It did seem like Gaius.
Good vibes.
This thing, if it's really a demigod, though, like, just, you know, we can't really trust any of our normal indicators.
Yeah.
But, I vote, I mean, we can try to see if we can catch sight of Callie inside one of these orb things, and I can try a greater restoration. We could sleep on it and maybe see if we get any information, and then I can try that or something else. I vote sleep on it and see if we get information the next day from anybody that we've reached out, or from, you know, the angel people in Derek.
Question. Snit.
Yeah.
Did you happen to remember to bring the capsule?
The house.
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure. Yeah, that's I vote for wait.
We are going to set it up a safe distance away, though, if we do this.
What do you think, Juniper?
I was just gonna say, like, if anything, you know, we have the rings, and I feel a lot better waiting now, whereas before it was very stressful. But you know, I feel
Means
like
your
we have
brother's
a
gonna
lot
get
to.
a little more ahead of us, though, too. You want to see where he's at? What's going on with
I
him?
would absolutely, yes.
Here, she'll hand over the shards of the mirror for her to focus on her brother.
Okay. So you throw it out, and you see an image of your brother sitting around a campfire with a couple of the hunters, just having a meal.
Do you recognize those hunters?
And Dad's never brought anyone from the order other than my sister around, so I've never met anyone. I just recognize the clothing and kind of how they're bearing. So, but those are from the order, my dad's order. Strong people to have around you. At least they're dressed like it.
Yeah, that's another option. Thanks for that. Yeah. But you know what? He's safe as far as we know. At least there's that. When he comes back, I'm gonna punch him so hard for leaving me. without even telling me.
You sound like one of the quintuplets from one of my monastery.
Quintuplets, huh?
Yeah, halflings. They were part of the order monastery that I
Wow.
was at. Yeah, they one of them got lost in the woods, if you will, playing hide and seek. Yeah, they got really worried.
I bet. That's way too many sisters and siblings for my. No, one's enough for me.
Huh?
Usually usually he's the rational one. And usually I'm the one that just runs off and he has to come find me. I don't like this. It's the worst game of tag ever.
I wonder if that's the way that your brother felt the other way around.
I'm sure he has his reasons. Most likely it's they think they're doing. Usually when Nerix pulls that kind of shit, it's like, it's for your own protection.
I didn't tell you because I knew you were gonna stop me.
I mean, sometimes that's got merit.
Is any of this conversation through the Ring network?
The
Or
ring is always
we'll
open.
put it-
Oh,
The
yeah, we'll-
ring is always open.
Okay.
That's how Nerix found out you guys wrecked your bike.
Yeah. Well, we didn't
Oh,
wreck it. We just got a rock ding on it.
If we ever have private naughty conversations, we take the rings off.
The rings off. Yeah.
Put them in the
We-
sock drawer.
We don't do that. No.
Be like, Ragey with the rings on. The rings on.
Reggie would not do that with the with the ring at all.
So you guys are resting for the night?
Yeah.
I'll walk Scrappy, or we'll move a good distance away and set up camp.
Okay.
Tell Scrappy.
Let's get set up.
Opens his mouth and the pill pops out.
It's like the pill kind of rolls and then forms into the house.
Okay. Time to cook. And Reggie's gonna look to Sar's like, do you still have all that meat that we got?
Yeah. Here,
I'll
let me
try-
give you some of the worm meat.
That'll work.
I feel like we could maybe have. I hate that Callie can't have some of this, but I feel like just in case we get into a fight, it might be nice to have a really good boosting meal.
Well, if she regains all of her stuff and still has that snake meat and whatnot, I can cook
Yeah.
that for her later. Hopefully
So I
that's still
have 6 8-ounce worm steaks.
there. We're cooking 5 of those,
Yep.
and whatever else is available to make an actual meal.
And I have 3 packs of those, so I have a lot of it.
Jeez.
So
All right.
Yeah, you got a lot of worm meat.
but in one pack there was 6
Yeah.
8-ounce worm
Mhm.
steaks.
Okay.
We already went through the first worm you killed.
So
Now we're getting the worms that
can
you
we
gave.
can you give me just a survival check?
Yep.
If you have the cooking utensils and everything, you can apply that as
They are
well.
They are
I
in
help?
that house, so they are available. If you're willing to help, I am more than happy to.
Yep.
accept
That's with advantage then.
that. Mhm.
Because it's also like survival is one of my skills. So I'm like, oh, this one I can definitely help.
That is going to be a total of 22.
Nice. Can I get a percentile roll?
Of course. Some dice, because yes. 75.
75. Nice. So everybody here who has the stakes is going to gain 10 temporary hit points
Nice.
and is going to have advantage on saving throws for their wisdom for the next 24 hours.
Gore.
What was that first one again?
10 temporary hit points and advantage on wisdom saving throws.
Wisdom saving throws for 24 hours.
24 hours. Okay.
And Reggie goes into the cupboard and re-pulls out all of the dream catchers and puts them up over the bed again. Because yes.
The whole time, Callie, you guys are eating, Callie's asking you to describe it.
With distinct detail.
Oh, it's a really good steak. It's got a hint of this. It's got this like lemon, garlic, butter, like melted on the top, and
It's served with mashed root, like mashed potatoes, but root.
I'll save you one. We'll cook up Callie's too. We'll pack it up.
Okay.
Garlic confit with bone marrow.
Cook it up and then just toss it into the pit.
The rock didn't make its way through. I don't want to.
Yeah, we're not wasting.
Sorry, throw it with force.
Put it in the
into
bag.
pit.
Making an attack roll.
Yeah. I mean,
Kill.
Callie's
I
killed
want
by
the
a falling
flavor of
steak.
That steak to literally slap me in the face.
How did we kill? We killed by solving the world hunger issue.
I love that. It's like, how's Kelly killed? Steak to the face. Oh man, did you think she was a vampire or something? No, like a
No.
No, like
Steak.
a slab of meat steak.
Yeah.
I mean, better than a boot to the head, I guess.
Listen, man, red meat diet, that'll kill you.
True. Especially blue.
Can we consider this a short rest?
You can take this a long rest. Well, yeah, it would be a short rest if you guys are just relaxing, but it's going to transfer into a long rest when you guys go to sleep.
I just know with, watches and checks, I just want to be just in case because I lost a lot of hit points earlier. So,
I mean,
just in case, I'm going to short rest, hit die, recover before we do the long rest. I don't know what's going to happen, so just being careful.
would I be able to work towards my my expertise with cooking for a few hours?
You can do that because you did cook tonight. So yes, you can give me a D6 roll for that.
A D6 roll. Here we go. 6.
Cool. That's 3 more ticks.
All right, let me find the bio. There we are. All right. Cool
And in the
deal.
meantime, I remember hearing that somebody's weapon was
Damaged.
hurt.
Yeah.
Oh right, Juniper, your halberd.
All right,
And I-
Cottontail, hand it over.
Cottontail.
I pull out my halberd and I'm like,
He's the weaponsmith.
Do
okay.
you want it fixed or not? There we
Okay.
go.
Could be a little nice.
Okay. So with the forge being enchanted, it can repair this item. So all I need you to do is give me a skill roll with your blacksmithing tools.
Steel defenders can take the help back, can they not?
No, they can't. I don't think they
Would
can.
you, would you
I'm
like
pretty
some
sure they
assistance, Snit?
No, they can take the help action. They can't assist.
Isn't that what the help action
No,
is?
it is not. It is not.
All right. Then yeah. Well, Reiju, you're busy.
Yeah, Reiju's
Oh yeah, cooking
yeah,
the storm.
So it'll just be me, but I'll give myself guidance on it.
Juniper, like I'm Juniper's just like watching, like
Standing at the door like,
And what is it?
here's just like
This goes off of Dex, right?
this would go off what your tool proficiency is, but yes, it would be Dex.
Yeah. So that's going to be a 28.
28. So it takes you a little bit of time, but you're able to repair Juniper's weapon to full functionality.
And would any of this count towards expertise in smithing?
You know what? I would allow it.
Working on this?
I would allow it. So you can get another D6 roll. What'd you get?
1.
1. Okay. Well, that's one more tick.
That much closer.
That much closer.
After the meal and after the weaponsmithing, Reiju is gonna procure the book that she got from one of the teams and show it to Snip. So you might want to read this.
Oh yeah, the
manual,
the machine
for the
bay.
game.
Yeah, the machine bay.
It's a pretty large book, but I'm sure you'll be able to get through it in no time.
So he'll put it down and he'll kind of skim the first few pages to kind of get what it's about.
What did we use as the acronym for their
It was
league?
SMOLL.
Yeah.
Well,
Smoke.
So, this is pretty interesting. Wait, are you telling me that somewhere out in the desert there's a bunch of small races running around making battle bots?
Yep.
Giant worms, giant rocks, giant what was it?
Giants.
Giants. And apparently there was another one that could actually what was it? It was basically like the worm could swim through the sand, the giant could walk on the sand, the rock could fly around the desert, and then there was one other that could just move around the desert as well and was able to hide.
How long ago did you find this out?
Oh, just a few days.
And I wasn't told immediately why?
I wanted to keep it a surprise. Also, you now have the rule book.
Interesting.
Trust me, we were all gabberjawed about it. It was one of the craziest things we had to deal with. We accidentally wrecked another team, thinking that it was another creature, but it turned out to be another team. The first team that told us about it was the one riding the giant, who was missing a leg. We went to go get the leg, and that's when we fought the worm.
Oh, I'm definitely going to have to get in touch with these.
do we have their business cards?
You know their location.
Okay.
Yeah, we know their location.
You have the location of the machine bay.
Exposition.
I'm going to have to make some new friends after this.
Oh, absolutely. What else did we see out there?
Just wheels turning.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. Yeah.
So, is anybody else take? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
There was it because on my thing, because I know I can learn driving, and then there was persuasion. I was reading a book. Was that the book that we lost, or like we gave away, or was that?
I don't think you gave away any book.
Persuasion?
No, you still have that book.
Okay.
It's basically to improve your.
Yeah, it's your
persuasion skill.
self-help book.
Yeah.
All right, I will do that.
Okay, so go ahead and give me a D6 roll.
2.
All right, so that's another tick off the clock. Sarah, are you doing anything tonight?
Just going over her spells, trying to decide what she needs.
I mean, true.
Which is what her player is currently doing. Yeah, Sarah's just sitting in meditation,
Okay.
trying to think over the events of the day and how they can possibly get out of this. So yeah, that's it. Nothing major. And then she'll go to bed when she needs to.
So
Oh, sorry, one more thing. I thought of I'm gonna use the ring and talk to Callie for a minute and be like, so Callie, now that you have conversations with the creature, Fl- Fl-
Almost.
Felmos, maybe ask them like if they're sustaining you, like
Yeah.
nutrients and stuff.
I could certainly. I got the impression from its responses to my earlier questions that we're kind of like bonded right now. Kind of like how Ruger and I are, but like more so in a physical way at the moment, which I don't know how to feel about. I This is a lot of voices in me.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're spread kind of thin right now. You doing okay?
No,
Mm.
but then that's kind of been my answer to that question for the last month. So
Oh,
I think I'm feeling a little bit better after speaking with it than I was before. You know, that impending doom feeling has receded ever so slightly. I mean, it's kind of always there, but you know, it's a familiar impending doom now instead of an unknown impending doom.
I'm trying to remember, did Callie ask if it would let her go?
No. But I assume that Callie probably won't be sleeping. Not a thing that happens in here. So some conversation is probably going to happen throughout the duration of your guys' sleep between Callie and this creature. Mostly because she knows it's there and silence gets awkward after a while.
yeah, it does. Yeah.
She'd probably ask a few things, but mostly just idle chatter.
So as the night progresses on, I'm not making anyone roll watches tonight. You're fine.
Can I dump spells into the?
Yeah,
stuff?
you could dump spell slots into the forge before you go to bed.
3 level 1, 2 level 2, and invite anybody else who also wants to or is willing to do this.
Okay, so that's 7 spell slots from Snit, or a total of 7 from Snit.
Let's see. You get 11 more points out of Reiju.
Syra's probably pretty much tapped.
I can actually let go of. I was just hesitant to do so. And even though knowing that we're going to get a full rest, I don't think she would have given you everything. So just to be safe, to be fair, what she would have given you. You can have 3 first level, 2 second level, and 2 third level.
13.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right. So as the night progresses on, and Callie, you're doing idle chit chat and whatnot, you see the light in the room kind of dim a bit as one of the remaining eyes close.
Are you sleeping, or
We
is that
are
just
always
happening on its
sleeping.
own? Right, sorry. stupid question. Why did that eye close?
The ritual has already started. One eye will close every night.
Oh,
Just stabbing them quickens the process.
I see. And so just out of curiosity, are you and I like together, or can I still get out of here somehow?
We are one. Same.
I thought so.
You are safe, though.
Yeah, I mean, talking to you has kind of brought some weird level of comfort, so there's that. If that last eye closes, I assume you and we get out of here.
We wake up.
We're free.
Yes.
Are we gonna be like two people in one body, or are you gonna have your own that you can like walk around in?
I am not sure how it works. This is all new to me as well.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. So you've been in here like a long time, right?
Suspended, yes.
What did you do to pass the time?
I slept.
Did you dream about anything?
I do not dream. I sit here in darkness.
That's kind of sad, but at the same time, you're also kind of lucky because we had some dreams once that ended up attacking us, and there was this other time where we had a dream and it like pulled us into this other place, and there was this big monster, not like pudding monster, but like thing with lots of eyes, but not like your eyes. It was like a different kind of eye, and then it kept attacking us, and then Syra watched us all die, and she was like really sad about it, but we couldn't remember it when we woke up, and it was real scary. Eventually we remembered though.
That sounds like one of my siblings.
One of your siblings. There's okay.
I am not the only one. I was
guess
just the
could
one that
see-
was put to sleep.
Oh, you were put to sleep. I mean, the one that we met, if it is your sibling, it was like really bad. Maybe you were put to sleep because you were the good one. You were the one that could stop them, so they put you to sleep.
Or the bellkeepers saw what my sibling was doing. Decided not to risk another one being around.
Which I guess is possible too. Oh, but maybe the bellkeepers like secretly serve your siblings. And your siblings were like, hey, we don't want anybody else trying to fight us for what's ours, so we're gonna make them go to sleep.
We'll soon find that out.
I'm trying to be positive.
I'm planning on having many, many questions answered once we are here.
Yeah, you and me both.
So, whatever happens in the next 24 hours, know that I'm happy that at least I have someone competent with me.
I think that's one of the best compliments I've ever received. I don't think anyone's ever actually called me competent before. Thank you. You're competent too.
We can speed up this whole process if you want to stab that last eye. I'm itching for answers.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of thinking the same thing, but our group has a serious problem with doing things without first talking to each other, and I'm not gonna add to that problem. I'm gonna wait until they're awake again, and then we'll talk about it. But it seems like it's inevitable. So It's either going to be in the morning or tomorrow night.
Well, we will find out, won't we?
We will. And if things somehow go wrong, like if one of us gets free and the other one doesn't, or one of us dies and the other one doesn't, or we both die or we both get free, either way, thank you for not killing me when I first got here. I hope things work out well for you.
As I hope they work out for you as well.
Okay. Hey, you don't mind if I do laps around this room, do you? I don't like to sit for very long.
I do not mind. There seems your actions don't necessarily bother me at any point. And as he's talking to you, there you hear a chime, like a bell ringing, and then you see a bright white light, and then you lose consciousness. Those of you outside of the Jello pudding monster in the house, a bright white light blinds the entire area, waking everyone up.
Oh no.
Do we get a full rest or
No, this isn't.
Okay.
This is a couple hours into the night.
Okay, let me retreat on some of these spells I just prepared. Hold on a second.
I love how you're like, I'm going to pretend this is a short rest because I know that we're not going to be able to get a long rest.
Except that I gave a bunch of spells. Let me mark them off. I have nothing left except for a few spell slots. I did keep my 5th level though. I have one of each one pretty much. That's something. If something happens. Sarah snorts. What's going on? Why is it so bright?
Hey, ow.
Callie, what's happening? Dead in the rings.
There's
Callie?
no Callie.
I'm unconscious.
Callie? Wake up! Do you guys see what's going on outside?
I can't see anything.
The light slowly dies down.
Oh, okay.
It's no longer blinding. It's still out there, but it's not filling up the house now.
Reggie looks out one of the windows.
As you look outside, you can see a singular figure standing near the lip of the pit with this staff, staff with a bell hanging off a nook.
Daddy's home.
With just buried into the sand as this blinding light is just beaming down from the sky and slamming down into the pit itself. As this white barrier this white dome now begins to form over the pit itself until it completely seals. And we are going to end there for this week.
Okay.
Oops.
Should have woken him while we had the chance.
Well, now it sleeps forever. Sorry, Callie, we can't rescue you.
Hey, Syra dispelled one dome. She can dispel another. I believe in her.
That's true. That's if she prepared the spells for the night.
I mean, I still have the same spells that I had because, and I still am very low on spell slots because I dumped a bunch into Snit's Forge. So
right.
Technically, yes, I could. I have 1 5th level. I could.
I will say I'm happy nobody decided to touch the dome.
Damn it.
The dome itself acted as a sphere of annihilation.
I kind of guessed that by the way you described it. It was very similar to the way you described the sphere that Bear Boy touched.
Reggie was about to.
I think
No.
a couple of you.
Wow.
I think of a couple of you were consider touching it for different spells as well.
Just too many no's.
Yeah, well,
Not
Snit was
enough
going to touch
yeas.
it for identify.
Yeah,
But it wasn't an object, so
Yep.
That's fair.
Luckily for Snit. I was thinking, oh god, first day back and you're gonna die.
Right?
Womp womp.
Womp womp.
I think the
well, time to
solution
roll a new character.
to all of our problems is to take that guy's bell staff and just smash it.
Maybe he's helping.
I don't. Okay, so
Trust the
Corey doesn't know
creature.
this. I made this very clear in the players thing. I like the pudding monster.
We
That's how
cannot
they
trust
get you.
Pudding Monster. If his siblings are fucking, you don't even know about this.
Free the pudding
we don't know
monster.
about
Hey,
No.
you know what?
Hashtag lock up Pudding Monster forever.
I don't think Cass knows that I make a lot of villains very popular,
Likeable.
likable. Yeah.
They're very charismatic villains.
Say no. Just say no to Pudding Monster.
Just say no to pudding.
Just say no to Pudding Monster.
I will say I had a mild panic attack when you described that room that I was in, and then finished with, "Oh, and there's a dagger in the center."
Yeah.
Something about that felt familiar for some reason.
It's just like shit.
Yeah, every time a dagger is mentioned, Reggie goes,
I didn't do it this time.
right?
All right, but
Last
that
time I touched a dagger, I unleashed an old one. so-
yeah.
I think you're about to do it again.
Fine.
Again, yeah.
Oh no, it's again.
Oh, no, it's again.
Help! It's again. So
That's going to
that
be the catchphrase.
this group has a lot of like destructive
one-liners.
catchphrases. But that is going to do it for us this week. Thank you everyone for tuning in. This is not the only show that we do. On this upcoming Monday, I believe, is another episode of Chimera Collective, or is it Mass Effect? I can never remember.
It's Mass Effect this Monday.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay, so we are
Mhm.
going to be having an episode of Mass Effect DM'd by Zorro on Monday. On Tuesday, we have another episode of Destiny Forge Campaign 3, which is something that I run. I believe on Friday, we're going to be having another episode of Mass Effect before Gilly has to step away and do baby stuff. I
That is
think
the
that's
plan, yeah.
that's what the plan is. So we're gonna have 2 Mass Effect episodes in 1 week. And then on Saturday is another episode of Wayward Wanderers, which is our Pathfinder 2 Extinction Curse campaign. And then we will jump into another episode of the Chimera Collective on the upcoming Monday. I don't know, are you guys doing it on that Monday since it's the day after Christmas?
Haven't spoken with the group yet to
Yeah.
see if it's possible. I am able to do it, but I'll need to touch base with the players. So, yeah, it'll either be the 26th or in the future. But we pretty much, I think we have about one more episode before we wrap up.
Oh, cool.
And just as a heads up, the Wayward Wanderers campaign will not be happening this Saturday. We will be waiting until January because Christmas weekend.
Oh, that's
Everyone's
right.
gonna be-
Because
Yeah, I was
because
gonna say,
Saturday
like-
is Christmas Eve. I mean,
exactly. So next weekend,
how dare you have
Nothing-
family obligations?
how dare we have lives?
It's Crimbus.
Columbus.
All right.
Mayor Chrysler.
So we'll
Happy Toyotathon.
happy Toyotathon. So we'll, if there are any other changes to the schedule, we will let everybody know in Discord and on Twitter. But for now, we are going to head on out. Thank you everybody for tuning in, and we will catch you later.